today, after school, 3 o'clock in the parking lot. You try and run, I'm gonna track you down. You go to a teacher, it's only gonna get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire.
The Riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Cora.
It is a huge day around the world of college football. The early signing period is upon us, and we've got a bunch of local high school football stars across the IE signing scholarships today, and we've got some in the studio throughout this show and the next couple of days as we're going to bring you the very latest in the early signing period. Welcome to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. I'm Pep Fernandez, and that's Jeff, who's very angry this morning, just in a bad mood.
Hey, man, I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Tell me how you'd feel. Today I was thinking, being that I'm off, I thought my wife would go, hey, I'm gonna let you sleep in since you're working, you're doing basketball games tonight, you got a radio show. Hell no!
No.
Angry. She did let me go back and take a nap, but man, I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. It was brutal.
Man, angry, salty. And we got UCR basketball. Look, we're twins.
Look
at us.
Yeah,
we're
we looking good. Got our UCR gear on.
Khakis, Islander polos.
Yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait they play Valpo.
Yeah, Valparaiso tonight. So throughout the show, we're going to break down this matchup against Valparaiso, who actually has a pretty good basketball history. They got some tradition there with the Crusaders.
Yeah, they've lost 3 out of 4, and they're going to lose 4 out of 5 after tonight.
Oh, calling your shot from SRC Arena.
You're darn right. Hey, I've been to Valpo. I have been to Valpo.
Indiana.
You know who used to live there? Carla Gorham's dad.
No.
Lived literally across the street from the campus of Valpo.
So did she grow up there or no?
No.
Just her dad lived there?
She was born in Columbus. My wife, she's kind of like a... She's a traveler. She's like a carny. She's been all over the world, all over the country. She's
just like a carny.
She's like a carny. Her dad he was a salesman and did a bunch of stuff. He lived in Columbus, Ohio, and different places, but they lived in Valpo.
Right across from the university.
Right across the street. And my wife said she used to walk over there, and there was nothing. I actually played there one time, but my wife father lived there across the street, so yeah. Valpo. We're going to beat Valpo tonight.
I hope so, because they got, like I said, a good basketball tradition. They've made it to the NCAA tournament a bunch of times. They made it to the Sweet 16 not too long ago, right? So, they've got some...
Homer and Bryce Drew.
That's right. Homer was the coach, and Bryce was his son.
Okay, I see it says UCR versus Valpo. You take off the V. You know what that spells?
Alpo.
Alpo. You know what Alpo is?
Is that dog food?
That's dog food. They're dog food to us. Highlanders are going to hammer them tonight.
I hope so.
Darn right.
We get back on our winning ways. We've got 2 games at home this week, with Valpo tonight and then UC Merced on Friday. So a little bit later in the show, we'll talk to head coach Dennis Cutts, get the very latest on the Highlanders as they match up against Valparaiso tonight, and bring your unwrapped new toy and get a ticket to that game against UC Merced on Friday. And, of course, like we said, the early signing period for high school football. We're going to have Chance Nolan, quarterback for Paloma Valley. He's out in the hallway. He's ready to break it down. He's going to Middle Tennessee.
He can throw the football over that mountain behind us. He's like Uncle Rico. He's a mini Uncle Rico.
Just younger and better.
Younger and better, and he gets to keep playing. Remember, Uncle Rico's career ended after high school, and I just hung out in Pocatello, Idaho, wherever he was.
Wherever he was.
Yeah, but Chance Nolan, he was my favorite player of the whole year. The last 2 years, he's been my favorite quarterback.
Your favorite player of
my
all
favorite
players.
quarterback. I should say quarterback. Because you can't, St. Brandon Rankins.
St. Brandon Rankins.
For gosh darn it, he's a saint.
He came down from the mountain with his golden cleats.
Yes, you can't
blessed us with a record-setting season.
But Chance Nolan threw around the world though.
Yeah.
He did. If you combine his yards, he threw around the world 3 times.
So we're going to have Chance Nolan on the show, signing with Middle Tennessee. A little bit later in the show at 4:30, Roosevelt, the big news, Chase Williams, their star player, waiting till the final day to make his decision. It was down to USC, Notre Dame, Arizona State. I think it was Nebraska. Does that sound right, Intern Cullen? I think it was Nebraska.
Who goes to Nebraska?
But it doesn't matter because he signed with USC. He picked the Trojans. He's staying home. So Chase Williams will be live in our studio along with quarterback Jeremy Moussa, who's going to Hawaii, and Andy Koch, who's going to Utah State.
Utah State.
Jeremy going to Hawaii and Andy going to Utah State.
Moussa.
And then also tomorrow, Aquinas has 2 big star players.
The Germans?
Jasper Fries and Joshka Gustav.
Eins, zwei, drei, wer fünf?
Joshka's going to Colorado, and Big Jasper time, he's going to the Cal Golden Bears. So there's a lot going on, a lot of guys signing. Justin Diedick down at Chaparral going to USC as well. Stephen Jones, another star offensive lineman for the Pumas. He's also going to the Pac-12. He's going to Oregon. He's going to be an Oregon Duck next season. So many big-time players in the IE, and we're going to talk about the signing period a little bit later in the show, again, with Chance Nolan and the Roosevelt football guys, and Thursday and Friday as well. And also, so we got the signing period. We got UCR basketball. We got head coach Dennis Cutts join us about an hour. And then in the final hour, a live report from Orlando, Florida.
Mickey Mouse?
Well, I wish it was Mickey Mouse, but we got the next best thing. It's Roosevelt head basketball coach Steven Singleton as the Mustangs won this big, prestigious national tournament in Orlando. So they did the whole tourist thing. Of course, they went to Disney World and did all that, but they also won a basketball tournament. They're still in Florida tonight, and he's going to check in at 5:30 local time here on the West Coast.
I love that guy. Cool dude. He's a cool fellow. He's one of the dudes.
He is. It's going to be his second appearance.
No, it's his third appearance.
Is it his third?
It's his third appearance.
So he just passed Yancey Dodson.
He passed Yancey Dodson. Oh, no, it's the second on this show. Overall, though.
No. Since we've gone to the weekdays, remember we're keeping that tally?
Oh, yeah, so he'll tie Yancey.
So we got two front runners now. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by their great customer service and low prices. You can check them out off Alessandro Boulevard. Bill Navigado, you are the best. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire. They are a staple of the IE with all your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets and embroidery. KenSportingGoods.com. Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. He'll train up your athletes to be the very best in all the sports. Golf, lacrosse, baseball, football, trying to get that scholarship, starting job, going pro, whatever it is, Coach Ray Bass will get you better. And Catalano Motors in Corona off Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, or finance SUVs, cars, minivans.
Van conversions.
Looking at you, Jeff.
Yes.
But Derek Catalano is going to make that car shopping experience a good one. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. Not at Catalano Motors off Temescal Canyon Road. All right, we're going to hit a quick commercial break because we've got to get to all this high school football signings, as a lot of these guys go into big-time college football programs, including Jeff's favorite quarterback, Chance Nolan. Out of Paloma Valley High School, taking his talents to Middle Tennessee. So when we come back, we'll talk to Chance a little bit later in the show. Roosevelt football, 3 of their big-time stars going Division I.
Is it Roosevelt or Roosevelt?
Roosevelt.
You say
Ruse?
Roosevelt.
Really hit those O's. Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
You sound all stuffy over there.
I am stuffy.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I said hip hop. I hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop the rock to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie the beat.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Sir, jelly donut, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
How did it get here?
Sir, I took it from the mess hall, sir!
There's chow allowed in the barracks private pile.
Sir, no, sir!
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're proudly brought to you by Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training, and Catalano Motors in Corona. Now, Chance Nolan, who is Jeff's favorite quarterback
of all time
is here in studio, and he signed with Middle Tennessee. And the first time I heard about Middle Tennessee, I covered a guy in junior college. His name was Logan Kilgore. Are you familiar with that name?
Logan.
Middle Tennessee guy. So he didn't even start in high school. He was a quarterback on the varsity team, but was always the backup. Went to a junior college. He was the 5th string guy. Made it to number 1. Got a scholarship to Middle Tennessee, and now he's playing professionally in Canada, which when I think of Middle Tennessee, I remember this guy and the perseverance, and he just never gave up. He loved football. He loved playing quarterback. Middle Tennessee gave him a shot, and his career skyrocketed.
He took off, eh?
Yeah. See, Chance Nolan, though, he's already like 5 steps ahead of my good friend Logan Kilgore. We got Chance Nolan here on the show. It's the early signing period, and he has signed with Middle Tennessee. Chance, first off, congratulations. How exciting is it to actually just put your name on the dotted line and know you're good to go now?
Yeah, well, thank you, Pep. It's awesome. It's a crazy, it was a crazy experience for me, and I really, I'm cherishing the moment, kind of, and it was awesome to go out there and see what it was like to make those relationships with the coaches, and I'm really excited to see what it has in store.
Middle Tennessee, what town is that? Is that Murfreesboro?
Murfreesboro, yes,
is it? Okay,
it's right in the middle of Murfreesburg.
You probably played a basketball tournament there, right?
Right.
You played everywhere else.
It's right smack dab in the middle of Murfreesburg.
What was it about that campus, the school, the program, the coaches? I mean, what'd you like about Middle Tennessee?
Well, yeah, the thing that stuck out to me a lot was how real the coaches were with me from the jump. They never really told me any lies. They never really said anything that wasn't out of the ordinary. It was kind of everything that was there was straightforward, and they really created like a family atmosphere, I think, there at the program. With Coach Stock there, he's amazing. He's an amazing guy. He's amazing. He's a great person, and I think just overall the campus was awesome. When I went with my family, it was just awesome seeing all the buildings, because they're kind of older buildings. It's kind of old architecture, but it's awesome. It's kind of cool to get away from California. See
something else, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I've kind of been sitting here, staring at the same old stuff, going to the beach, but it's kind of cool to go out there and see.
It's going to be a whole new world. They love football out there at Middle Tennessee. That part of the country loves college
right in the middle
football.
of Tennessee. They love it. They do. They love it a lot.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
No, right in the middle of Tennessee, man. They love it over there.
Well, we got one of your coaches on the line. Coach, are you there?
Coach,
what's up? Are you there?
Hello, Coach.
All right, well, we're going to keep going on here, but Chance, man, so you're signed with Middle Tennessee today. Are you enrolling early, or are you going to be here for the fall spring semester?
No, yeah, I'm going to be here for the spring semester. I'm going to try to get in there as soon as I can in the summer, so I can get out there and start learning some stuff. But, yeah, they want me to go out there. I'm going to stick out this next semester and then go.
What's their quarterback situation? What did the coaches at Middle Tennessee say to you going in?
Oh, well, I'm going to have an opportunity to fight for a job for sure, and that's what they said. The best player is going to play, and I'm going to go in there with, try to beat him out. But he's a great player. That's their guy now, so I'm going to go in and just battle it out and see,
Because you're used to starting. You're used to being the guy, right? The big man on campus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know. I've kind of, I can accept that role of being a backup guy, kind of, and coming in and being the underdog. I've always liked that. I feel like I've always kind of had that, mentality growing up, with being kind of on the small side growing up, and especially with like basketball and stuff, playing huge kids and just seeing me grow. I really, I like that underdog too, kind of.
Are you playing basketball?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I got a game tonight. Yep.
Oh, do you really?
Yes,
Who are you playing tonight?
Beaumont. We're playing over at Beaumont.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Is it that tournament?
No, we're playing Beaumont, just like
just non-league.
Yeah, non-league.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so.
Well, we got one of your coaches on the line. Let's try this one more time. We'll go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. Is this Coach Atencio? He's on. Are you there, Coach? Can you hear us?
Hey.
Hey, we got Chance Nolan in studio. You want to say congratulations, right?
Yes, sir. I want to, Chance has been a vital part of what I do in the off season, so I wanted to call and congratulate him on his offer and his signing today. And he's been a hell of a player over the last 4 years for us.
What do you think makes him such a great quarterback, Coach Atencio?
He is a great quarterback. He's smart. He's a leader. Everything that you want out of your quarterback. I always mess with Espo and tell him he's a once in a coach's career quarterback, and that he is.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to call in real quick and congratulate Chance. We got a full studio. He's like a big time celebrity here, like a little entourage with Chance. So, Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Good luck, Chance. Thanks.
Thank you, Coach.
Bye.
Yeah, so a big entourage in the house today. Coach Morita's here, his former coach, Coach Esposito's in the house. I mean, when Chance Nolan rolls in, it's big time here at the Inland Sports Show.
I'm going to say his Coach S looks really, really thin.
Are you jealous, Jeff?
I am jealous. He's got a nice gold tie on, too. A beautiful gold tie. I didn't recognize him. Normally I see him in sweats. He's
looking sharp.
He looks like a CIA
like a
agent.
superintendent or something. Like,
yeah,
you know,
he's
like
a superintendent.
Yeah, doesn't he?
Superintendent Bert.
Well, Coach Morita, let me ask you about Chance Nolan because, man, we've been talking about this kid for years. He's been 3-year starter, right, at Paloma Valley High School.
Yes, he was a 3-year starter. Just incredible. Made my job easy. I could sleep easy at night. I can tell you from the time that our season's been over, I've been dreading the next guy and how I'm going to train him, and a lot of sleepless nights so far.
You didn't have to worry about the quarterback position, right? The last couple of years, you didn't have to worry about quarterback.
Not at all. All I told him was go out there and make me look good, and if you look at the stats, he did that. It's going to be really tough to replace Chance.
Now, you've had some great running backs come through the program and put up some big numbers.
Right.
But when I think Paloma Valley, I think about the passing game. I think about going through the air. And Chance Nolan's a big reason why you guys had so much success throwing the football. Like we just asked Coach Atencio, what do you think makes him a special passer, like a true pocket passer?
I mean, his pocket presence, his calmness, his confidence. He sees the field, and pre-snap he can see what's going to be open, and he trusts the guys in front of him. And when they're not doing their job, he was able to take off this year and gain tons of yardage on the ground. And he's just even keel and always performs, never gets rattled, and it's just great coaching him.
Well, that's what jumped out at me. I was going through Chance's stats over here, just digging through all the numbers. He led the team in rushing.
He did.
With 740 yards. I'm like, what? Is that the same guy?
It is. I finally let him run this year because it was a
You opened him up a little bit, right?
Right. Every other year was like run, get out of bounds, slide. This year, just go with it.
Keep that defense honest, though, right? Hey, Chance might run. So Chance Nolan here, signing with Middle Tennessee. Out of Paloma Valley High School here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. So here's the stats: 3,797 yards this season with 43 touchdowns through the air, and again those 740 on the ground as well. Chance, you guys went to the semifinals this year in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. When you look at this season and maybe your career as a whole as a Paloma Valley Wildcat, what are some of the things that you're going to remember? Some good memories playing at Paloma Valley High School.
Well, yeah, definitely. I'm just going to remember, suiting up every Friday night with my brothers. We've been growing up together since we all came in as freshmen. We had the same exact team. We didn't have, really much change our whole year. It's kind of been the same group of guys. So really just that central core of guys and my friends that I grew up with, playing football with and battling every night with, it's really something special that I'm going to be able to cherish for the rest of my life. It's just something that's always going to be there.
So what are you going to study? Have you thought about that? Major?
Yeah, well, I want to be an actuary. So, works with, stats and stuff and does, statistical analysis for different companies and stuff. So, yeah, I'm kind of a math guy, so...
oh, wow.
Yeah,
all right, he was my favorite player.
yeah. So, I want to get into that. They have actually a really good actuarial science program at Middle Tennessee State, so it's going to be it's going to be hard.
Actuary? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, actuary.
Yeah, he lost
That's something new. That's new to me. I'll ask Superintendent Esposito over here what that means. Looks so distinguished over here. I'm sure he knows what that means.
Who is that guy over there? I don't know you anymore, Bert.
But Chance, Phillip Mills, he also signed today, right? He's going to Boise State, big-time linebacker. Yeah. What was it like being able to sign with one of your teammates there and knowing that both of you are realizing a dream come to reality like that?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Phil's always been a super hard worker, definitely. And that's he's been my best friend since freshman year because I kind of came in 8th grade and didn't really have many friends in Menifee. And then he's kind of one of my first friends that I made. And, that he just, seeing him grow and all the stuff that he's had to persevere through, it's really special that we get to enjoy this together. We both get to sign, go play Division I football. It's once in a lifetime, really.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe in a bowl game or a non-conference game, maybe down the road. You just never know. You might see him again.
When he sacks you, and then he goes, hey, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, I've got actuary data saying that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen with Chance Nolan. He could run now. We didn't know he could run. He had 740 on the ground.
I just like I said, I didn't. I was in Menifee. I didn't have any friends. Hey, I live in Menifee. You're my friend. Yeah, come on.
Jeff is a Menifee resident down there.
Come on.
So, Chance, you sign with Middle Tennessee. You're going to go in there, like you said, with a chance to at least compete for that starting job there. Did you follow Middle Tennessee from afar, even going through your senior season at Paloma Valley High School? Were you always keeping an eye on how they were doing their top players and stuff like that?
Yeah, I watched all their games this year. I watched them, just kept good track of them and watching them. You know, they struggled a little bit this year with some injuries and stuff, but you know, it was really cool to see them pull it in and get that bowl win last weekend. It was pretty cool to see that. So. Did
you feel like that was already your team? Like, guys, we did it. We did it.
I was rooting on. Like, it was awesome. We actually had a Christmas party watching it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty special.
Coach Marino, let me ask you, so now that Chance is moving on to the big time, what is the quarterback situation at Paloma Valley? You got some young guys coming up?
We have a junior and a couple other young guys competing for the spot, and you know, not with Chance being a 3-year guy, and we had a senior behind him. The other guys really didn't get any varsity experience, so it's definitely got my work cut out.
I was like, did he even get hurt? Like, did he even miss any games?
No.
There you go. Right? I mean,
he's
like
Iron Man.
Yeah, he's Iron Man.
Well, this year they couldn't touch him, so we were fine.
Yeah, he'd run or get rid of the ball before he got smacked, right? So, because he's an actuary math guy. He's smart. He knows when to get rid of the football and get out of bounds and take off.
Statistics and when to get down, when to get out.
Let me ask you, I know you're an offensive guy, but let me ask you about Phillip Mills as well, who signed with Boise State. Because in terms of, you know, big-time college football programs, I mean, Boise State's up there now. They're on the map in terms of, you know, college football teams, and Phillip Mills and Bradshaw, Stephen Bradshaw as well. I mean, you had some guys flying around on defense at Paloma Valley High School. What do you think made Phillip a special player on the defensive side of the football?
Phillip's just a specimen. I mean, he's 6'3", 225, and he can run.
Just like Jeff.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. But Phillip just, if you watch his film, you'll see the flashes where he's just running through blocks and just killing people, and I think that really stood out to Boise from his sophomore year film, because they actually offered him his sophomore year. And, you know, Chance did have a chance to play with him at Boise and chose Middle Tennessee to stick with them because Boise came in late. And, you know,
that's some loyalty right there.
That shows a lot about this kid right here. But we're really excited to watch them both on Saturdays and wish nothing but the best for them.
Well, Chance, before we wrap this thing up here, man, you're going to Middle Tennessee, and you've got your career in front of you. I mean, is the ultimate goal maybe to play professional football one day? And, I mean, where do you see yourself maybe, let's say, in 5 years from now?
Well, yes. That's been a dream my whole life, you know, growing up, trying to play in the NFL. And that's something I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to persevere and try to get through and try to do that. But I know that, you know, it does come to an end sometime. That's why I really want to have that good educational background so I can fall back on something, you know, if something doesn't work out. So that's why I want to persevere to be the hardest working in the classroom, so I can, you know, have my life set up for me after football.
So you can sit down somewhere and just do a lot of math and numbers, and, right? Actuary math or science, or what was it?
Actuarial science, yes.
Yeah, there it is. That's it. Look at that. Going from no friends in Menifee, now he's going to Middle Tennessee, and he's a big-time football star. So
math guy.
Yeah. Well, Chance, congratulations. Tell Phillip we say congratulations as well. And that's very cool. We're excited for you to go to Middle Tennessee and continue your football career.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach Espo, can you hang around for a second? Can we talk to you, see what's going on with you after the break? Sure. Is that cool? All right.
Talk about his weightlifting, and he's a ninja.
He looks great. I want to know what his secret is.
He was on American Ninja Warrior for the last season. Man, I'm telling you. He was hopping around, doing the monkey bars like a champ.
Well, congratulations to Chance Nolan and Phillip Mills out of Paloma Valley signing their scholarships in this early signing period. A little bit later in the show, we've got Roosevelt football on the show as well. And then, of course, Dennis Cutts, head basketball coach at UCR, is going to check in, break down that matchup with Valparaiso tonight. And then Coach Singleton from Roosevelt High School basketball in Florida, as they just won a big tournament in Orlando, big prestigious national tournament. He's going to check in live from Orlando as well. We'll be right back here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
You know what your problem is? It don't work out.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Way to show a little extra love than with a Hallmark holiday card. Because when you share a Hallmark card with the ones you hold close, you're sharing the magic and wonder of the season. So spread cheer with a holiday card from Hallmark. Available in the card department wherever Hallmark cards are sold.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
You know how much money that is to put them through school? You know how many Air Jordan 6 black kids wear?
I'm sorry for my outburst. I'm having a panic attack right now.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. I think Jeff was a little starstruck having Chance Nolan, big-time Middle Tennessee quarterback, in studio.
You know, baby Zika, my youngest son, Luke, who's, he's 1. Last year we were debating whether it was going to be, hey, you know what? I like the name Chance. Chance Gorham, which sounds good.
You almost named him after your favorite quarterback,
Nolan Gorham.
Nolan's a nice name.
But you got to think the whole Temecula Valley region, they have 2 great quarterbacks. I like, Chance is better, but, there's Hank Bachmeyer.
Oh, at Murphy.
I didn't want to call my son Hank Gorham, but Chance sounds kind of cool. Chance Gorham and Chance.
Even Nolan Gorham.
He plays basketball, so, my wife
like him.
Yeah, but we ended up going with Luke. But Chance, man, my favorite, my all-time favorite quarterback. I'm going to follow Middle Tennessee State.
You're the biggest Blue Raiders, right?
Yeah,
Blue Raiders.
And I'm colorblind, but I could tell that was
you are colorblind.
That was royal blue.
It was. You're right.
It was really royal. I was like, wow, look at that
you're just
thing.
guessing about
it. Was eye popping.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Again, congratulations and a big thanks to Chance Nolan for joining us here live in studio on the show here on signing day. His former head coach at Paloma Valley, little surprise visit here, looking all distinguished.
Superintendent Bert.
Yeah, Superintendent Esposito over here. Bert, how are you doing?
Good. Busy in my off season.
I guess so. He's thin now.
He looks great. He's riding his motorcycle all over the place. I mean,
yeah, maybe he's having. Do you drive a Corvette? Are you having a midlife crisis?
That's what everybody says. I'm like,
I'm
totally.
a little. We might need an intervention. I'm a little concerned about you, Bert.
No, I actually have a little bit of free time. I was just a position coach this year, so I was able to do my practice and then see you later and leave. So I've had some free time and figured I might as well try to do something good for me.
That's right.
If anyone knows what you're talking about, it's Jeff, because he got out of coaching. Coaching period as a head coach.
I love it.
And now look at him. He
looks
wonderful.
I'm eating donuts 8 hours a day.
You're watching Star Wars.
Tacos and burritos. I'm drinking beer. It's great. Fantastic.
So Jeff got out of coaching and now he's doing this, but you went the flip side. You look great.
Thank you.
Out of the head coaching at least.
Yeah, well, he was coaching quarterbacks. So that's a glamorous.
So what school were you at, Coach Esposito?
I was at Chaparral this year.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had a freshman quarterback.
He's good. He's going to be really good,
very
right?
good and everything, but I've never coached a varsity freshman quarterback. So I had to deal with freshmen.
Yeah.
So that at times, I went from Chance to him, and it was a different, maturity. But he's a great kid. Had a fun time with him, and he's going to be special.
Now, hopefully I'm remembering the story correctly, but it was the summer of the Southwest County Passing Tournament when Chance was going to be a sophomore, and I think you had him, and I think there was a guy who transferred from West Valley. I want to say you had 2 guys, and I remember asking you about the quarterbacks, and I was like, "Oh, you got a kid that transferred in," and you're like, "Yeah, but I also got this young kid. His name's Chance. He's actually pretty good. Like he could be the starting quarterback."
Take a chance on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good job, Jeff.
There you go.
But I remember you talking about him before he was Chance Nolan, Jeff's favorite quarterback. I remember you talking about him being a young guy but full of potential. I mean, what do you remember about a young Chance Nolan that you could see kind of the writing on the wall that he's going to be a special player?
Well, just his composure. I mean, Coach Marita said it earlier. He's just such a composed kid. He's very intelligent, just plays under control. And for a kid who physically didn't, mature up early enough, I could see he was getting balls where they needed to be, throwing very catchable balls. It was just a special quality. His accuracy, but more importantly, his decision-making, even as a freshman, was phenomenal.
And it's hard to coach that, right?
Yeah,
like either you kind of have it or you don't.
Exactly. You can coach it up,
yeah.
But when a kid starts out that way, and you got something special.
Great poise.
Yeah, great poise in the pocket.
Yes.
And we've been talking, saying Chance's name, it seems like for forever now, but the last 3 years at Paloma Valley High School, and man, he was a special player, you know. And like Coach Morita said, he didn't have to worry about quarterback. He knew exactly what he was going to get with Chance Nolan under center.
I should tell Morita, you ought to just let Chance call the plays. I think he's better than you.
Probably at this point, right? You know, he's in every single snap. He knows the offense inside and out. But we're excited to see him at Middle Tennessee. Coach Esposito, are you going to coach again? Do you want to coach again? I mean, you just want to ride off on your motorcycle and do your own thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, I stayed in it this year by being a position coach at Chaparral. Had a great time. Those guys.
Yeah, I should say head coach again. Yeah.
And of course, you know, being a head coach, you know, you got to wait for the right opportunity. So I have put my name in, and I have interviewed for a job, and now we're just waiting.
So you miss it a little bit, right?
I do. You know, I think taking the year off was great. I mean, I needed it. I mean, I was 13 straight years at Paloma, 25 years in a row. I only had one other break before I came to Paloma. I had one season off. And I think sometimes, you know, things change, and you just need a break.
Yeah.
You know, and that break, I took advantage of different things, and you know, started researching other things, and you know, got back in shape a little bit, and you know, changed how I eat, how I sleep, how I work out, and health wise, I feel great, and so I feel like, okay, I got the energy now to let's go make another 15-year run.
Well, you walked in and Jeff's like, "Who is that?" Oh my gosh, it's Coach Espo. Right, Jeff?
Well, I'm telling you, it's the midlife crisis. It's the empty nest syndrome. You know, his daughter's in college now. I'm telling you, he's got a Corvette out front.
He's working out. He's riding his motorcycle.
Yeah.
He's eating.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've been teased about all that already. It's all right. I'm still gonna go ride my Harley and
nice.
They still do all those the same things, right?
Absolutely. I'm enjoying life.
So what was the biggest change going from, let's say, a quarterback coach like you did at Chaparral to being a head coach somewhere? Because like you said, if you're a head coach, it just kind of never ends, right? Like you're always on the clock.
Constantly. It's 24/7, 365 on your mind. You're always worrying about the next thing all the time. You're not just worried about one area. You're worried about everything. And it gnaws at you. You know, you think in the offseason. I think sometimes I was more busy in the offseason than I was during the season. Because, you know, that's where your championships are made, is in the offseason. And you just never got a break and just dealing with all the issues. So being a quarterback coach, working for a good staff, and that was important. When I met with Jeremy over there, and it had to be the right guy, and he was the right guy. And we had a blast, and we turned the program around. I mean, Shap went from 2-8 to we went to the quarters and came real close to making it to the semis. So it was fun to be a part of that, and they had two special linemen,
Justin Diedick and Stephen Jones. I was just about to ask you about those guys.
I'm telling you, you know, I mean, the other linemen were fantastic.
Yeah.
The kids over there were I just had a great year. It was fun, and but those two, I mean, to have two Pac-12 players, not just in your career, but on the same line in the same season, was pretty awesome. I have to say, every day I was just like, wow. You know, and that freshman quarterback definitely enjoyed the benefits of that. So,
So Justin Diedick signed with USC, and Stephen Jones, he's going to be an Oregon Duck. I mean, like you said, two Pac-12 guys on the line makes your job as a quarterback coach a little bit easier because you feel more comfortable. Like, hey, he's a freshman, he's learning on the job, he's going to have a little bit, hopefully, more extra time in the pocket and those sorts of things, right?
Yes, definitely, and that all came to play.
We got Bert Esposito here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. I believe you guys are neighbors, right?
No, we live somewhat close.
Oh, okay.
But I've known Bert for
I didn't know
years.
if you were borrowing salt and milk from him, or like that close, or not really that close.
No, but Bert and my brother Justin worked together at Ramona years ago, and we've kind of sustained that friendship. My brother asks about him all the time, and he's just been one of those guys that we look to in the area for football knowledge and just as a good guy in general. So been a friend for 20 plus years, I believe now.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
So, Coach, where were you before Paloma?
Oh, gosh. Well, I spent 1 year at La Sierra as the offensive coordinator with Tony Baril.
Okay.
And before that, I was at Rancho Verde for one season.
Okay.
And then before that, I was at Ramona for 2 years. Riverside, Ramona. And then before that, Linfield. And then before that, SoCal Christian in Orange County.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to have to keep notes over here.
Yeah, I'll send you my resume. It's about 4 pages long.
Yeah, but see, when Bert was at Ramona, my brother, I think you and my brother were the only two guys really in the office. So you guys just had a blast. It was like a party all the time.
Oh, my. I'm going to say something about that. I tell you, some of the best moments of my coaching, teaching career were when I went to Ramona and his brother and DeForge and Joe.
Oh, that's right.
I had never laughed so hard on a daily basis as I did those 2 years there. I mean, my abs were phenomenal. No, I honest to God truth, it was the funnest 2 years. Man, it was great.
Hey, those Gorham boys.
They are something else, man. Something else.
Because you got to enjoy it. Because football season, like you said, is a grind, and it's 24/7 now. It's 365. Yeah. So if you don't enjoy it, you don't love it, you don't love the people around you, and you're enjoying every moment, like laughing, it's gonna stink. It's not gonna be fun.
It's work. It is work. But when you have the right people around you and enjoy what you do, it's not work. Even though it's a grind, it's not work.
Well, Coach, you look great. We're hoping to see you as a head coach on a sideline soon. If
let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
I will. When the opportunity comes up, I'll let you know.
You look good in that gold tie, though. You look really nice gold tie.
Thank you.
Until then, he's just on his chopper.
Yeah.
Going to his next salad bar.
Yeah.
His next CrossFit session, right? Coach Espo, you're the best. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool. He popped in to see Chance Nolan.
That's awesome.
Come on the show.
Yeah, my former coaches would have never showed up.
I'd be like Jeff Gorham.
Nah, I'm not showing up for that guy.
You got a scholarship?
The hell with that guy? I'm not seeing him.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. The head coach of the UC Riverside men's basketball team, Dennis Cutts, will get you all set for that contest tonight at the SRC Arena against Valparaiso, which, who knew that Jeff's wife's dad lived across the street?
Across the street.
You won't get information like that anywhere else.
I don't know how it happened. Across the street.
And right here on the Inland Sports Show. We'll be right back on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I got good news. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours today.
My fingers hurt.
What's that?
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez, and we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips, and power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. We all want to be powerful, strong athletes, so we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So his arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, I want my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pat Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Jeff, you always crack me up when we come out of the break.
No.
I'm always laughing because I always feel like you're like caught off guard. Like, oh, is this us? Like, where do I sit? Like, what's going on here? You always keep me on my toes.
I have to keep everybody. I got to keep myself on my toes.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff, who do we got coming up, head coach?
Dennis Cutts of UC Riverside. Can't wait to hear from him. Hear about our big game tonight versus Valpo. You take off the V. It's Alpo, like the dog food, and the Highlanders are going to dominate tonight. I feel it in my bones. Chance Murray, Dikembe Martin, Menno Dykstra, Alex Larson, and DJ Sylvester are going to knock them dead and kill them. I firmly believe that, as Pep is doing big work over here.
Well, they've got a big game tonight against Valparaiso. And hopefully they can get a big win and bounce back over that tough loss on the road at the University of Minnesota, or Montana, as I was live from Missoula, taking on the Grizz. But Valparaiso, a team that has, as we mentioned, rich basketball tradition, right, Jeff?
And they have the best record right now in Indiana of any college Division I program at 9-3, the best. But they, the Highlanders tonight, they start Larson. Alex Larson is in his 99th game.
Which is a record, isn't it?
Starting in his career, 99 games, 102 overall he's played, but started in 99. So tonight will be his 100th game. Austin Quick, one of our favorite guys in the world, played 119 games. That was the record as far as played, but Alex Larson will start his 100th game tonight.
So that is a record. He's played in 102 games overall. Like you said, Austin Quick has the overall record with 119. So Alex Larson well on his way to catching our good friend Austin Quick, who's still around the program. What's his title out there at UCR?
He's in charge, I think, of fundraising for the athletic program. So he goes around and shouts to all the big wigs, all the big donors.
He just yells at them
and says, hey, and raises money for the UC Riverside program. Great guy. Just one of the nicest young men around.
Well, head coach Dennis Cutts is going to join us in just a couple minutes, and we'll ask him about that Montana game and also how are they going to clean some things up as they take on Valparaiso tonight at SRC Arena, because that Montana game had some weird things happening in terms of the bench outscored the starters. Dikembe Martin didn't have a single basket from the field. Like, just some weird, abnormal things that just, it just didn't seem right for UC Riverside in that tough loss on the road.
Yeah, your big three, Larson, Murray, and DK, just didn't play the game that they've been playing all season. But, a couple bright spots. You had DJ Sylvester had 18 points. He was great. Like I said, the bench outscored the starters 37-24. And 14 different players did see minutes in that game.
So we're going to have Dennis Cutts on the line. In fact, we're going to go to him right now. We got the head coach of the Highlanders live on the show. It's the great Dennis Cutts, and it's a big one tonight against Valparaiso. Tip-off 7 o'clock at SRC Arena. Coach, how are you today?
Oh, doing great. Doing great. How you guys doing?
Well, we're excited for another edition of Highlander basketball in just a little bit at SRC Arena. We were just talking about that Montana game and how it seemed abnormal in a lot of different ways in terms of, the bench outscored the starters. Dikembe Martin didn't have a single basket from the floors, things that we don't typically see. Did you come out of that game just feeling like, wow, that was just kind of a strange performance?
Well, it was very strange. We talked about it during the game, after the game, through the video this week. We couldn't execute. We couldn't call out a play. We couldn't kind of do anything we had done just a week earlier versus Air Force. So, sometimes that happens. We were just completely out of sorts at both ends of the floor.
We got Dennis Cutts, the head basketball coach at UC Riverside, here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Once again, Valparaiso coming into town tonight. They don't make a lot of trips down to the West Coast, California for that matter, but we're going to see the Crusaders tonight taking on the Highlanders. And, Coach, this is a Valpo team that's had a lot of tradition in terms of basketball and the NCAA tournament. They had that iconic moment with Bryce Drew in the 98 tournament. What do we know about this Valparaiso team that comes into town?
Well, it's a very, very good program with a great history. One of the reasons we scheduled it is an opportunity for people in this area to get exposed. I don't know if they've heard that name or the basketball fan you have, but the ability to get a team out of the Missouri Valley to come in here and play, and a tradition of this program is really important for our growth as a program ourselves, to measure up against these people, but also expose this community to this level of basketball. So they're really good. Just coming off a big win at Santa Clara. They're 9-3, so it's a very, very good basketball team.
Well, they've lost 3 of 4. You guys have, the last time we were at the SRC Arena, you guys played a phenomenal, complete game. Now, what are you guys going to do as far as, I know they have a couple good scorers in Cole, Tierra, and Tevrion Walker. Are they pretty good players?
Yeah, they are. These are high-level kids. The Missouri Valley players, and a couple of those kids transfers from high major programs. Missouri Valley, arguably the 6th best conference in the country, and they're picked in the top half of that league. This is as talented a team as you'll see in the Rec Center this year, and it's an aggressive, very athletic defensive team. It's going to make you play a little differently than we're normally used to playing. And then they can score it at a good level off a number of spots, and really will challenge rebounding, which is, been hit and miss for us this year. So they're going to really challenge us in a lot of areas.
Well, if you're looking for a silver lining in that game against Montana, and Jeff and I we're glass half full kind of guys, that DJ Sylvester, hey, Coach, he had a season-high 18 points in that game. Like, he really came on strong in the second half against the Grizzlies. Did you like what you saw from DJ, and you're hoping to see more of the same tonight against Valparaiso from him?
I did. I feel, DJ, he had to sit out last year and then was injured a little bit early. So sometimes it's hard to come in third, fourth game of the year, and it takes a little time to get your rhythm. He's been locked in. He's had some better practices. I really feel like he's kind of buying into what we're doing, and it was good to see him have some success. I thought he played a good, complete game at both ends of the floor. Brandon Rosser, again, continued to be productive. It was, we just struggled in some other key areas. Guys that were really good versus Air Force struggled. And we need more consistency. We got to know what we're going to get night in and night out.
Well, speaking of Brandon Rosser, Coach, he was cracking me up in the van up there in Montana, because he was talking to John Maxwell, our esteemed associate athletic director and sports information guru, and he said, "Hey, am I leading the NCAA in three-point percentage? Because he's at 52%, but he hasn't fired. He doesn't have enough attempts. He hasn't fired up enough three-point attempts, but he's at 52% right now from downtown. So he does have that touch from the outside. When you see Brandon Rosser knocking down some threes, even though he's a big body, but do you encourage him to shoot from the outside?"
Yeah, Brandon, he's a talented kid. We've kind of moved him out to more of a wing player, and I think he's comfortable out there. Inside the arc, he's shooting it at a high level too, over 60%. So he's been very productive and efficient. Probably needs to take more shots, but he looks to take the right shots and really understands our system and playing in our system. But I've been very pleased. He's been one of the more consistent players, night in and night out. We kind of know what we're getting out of Brandon, and I've been very happy with him. He needs to rebound it more. We're bigger, and he's a big wing. He needs to go rebound that basketball more, which we talk about all the time with him.
And, Coach, how's practice been this week? How are the guys? Everybody healthy for the most part?
For the most part, this time of year. That was one trip that will attest to that. That was a tough turnaround and a tough trip, and got in late Sunday, but we turned it around Monday, did a lot of film, did some work on the floor in preparation for this game. Good work yesterday in preparation for this game. So good shoot around, good focus. I think, again, I always love basketball. You get to play a couple of days later. You don't have to wait a week like football. But I think the guys, are anxious to get that trip out of the way. I think you guys follow basketball. Montana beat Irvine by 18 last night. So they're obviously a good team and good up on their home floor. So we got to put that one behind us, learn from it, and this is a big challenge here tonight for us.
Well, you've got two home games this week, Valparaiso tonight at SRC Arena, then Friday night against UC Merced. I'm sure this team would like to get a couple wins before you head out onto the road once again for Utah Valley and Seattle, because like you said, Coach, when you go on the road, it's a different dynamic, and it's tough to win in someone else's building. So getting a couple wins this week, would that help the confidence a little bit of this team as you go forward?
Absolutely, absolutely. And, this is a challenging schedule, I think, as we put together. The two games next week are really difficult places and good teams. But, again, we said all these different challenges we face are just going to prepare us for that following week as we get ready for Big West play. So we do need to, just see that we're playing better basketball. Our offense is obviously behind our defensive numbers. We have to play more efficient offensively, not just taking care of the ball, but just in our shooting percentages. We just got to do a better job at that end. So we've spent a lot of time working on that and talking about it and trying to find a way to play more efficient basketball offensively.
Well, it's UCR taking on Valparaiso tonight, 7 o'clock from the SRC Arena. If you bring a new unwrapped toy, you get a ticket for Friday night against UC Merced. So special 2-for-1 deal. Just bring that new unwrapped toy here for Christmas and make someone's holiday a little bit special more special for this Christmas, which is Monday now. I can't believe it's right around the corner.
Yes, right.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time, and that was a fun Montana trip. I was hoping we'd get that win up there, but it's always enjoyable to hang out with you and make those road trips. So we'll try to do a little bit closer to home tonight against Valpo.
Hey,
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys.
Hey, Coach, I had a quick question for you.
What do you got?
You put you put Pep out on the floor. There's video of him in the walkthrough.
Oh, he was tremendous. I mean, he was tremendous. He understood spacing. The guys knew he was a shooter. We had to play him like a shooter. He was really good.
But see, the only thing is, I told him, I said, "You didn't shoot the ball." He said, "Nope." I said, "Hey, if I'd have been there, the first pass would have gone to me. I'd have fired."
Well, we got a little nervous with you, Joe.
Yeah, don't put me on the court, Coach. I'm shooting every time.
I know.
Well, Coach,
that was great. We appreciate it.
You're way too nice, Coach. That was fun to get out there with you guys. Best of luck tonight against Valpo, and we'll see you out there at the SRC Arena.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Dennis Cutts, head basketball coach at UC Riverside. I was just working the ball around the horn, setting screens, just playing my role. I'm a role guy, you know, Jeff. You're the big time superstar. I'm
You
just a
just
role
shoot
player.
the ball. I don't care if you're a role guy or not. You shoot. But hey, Dikembe did try to steal it from you. You gave him a forearm shiver.
Yeah, he didn't knock it out of my. In fact, I held on to that ball with my ninja tight grip, and then I slapped him in the stomach. Like, whoa, come on, bro. You might be the one and only DK Martin, big time star at JW North, but come on.
You were Pep Fernandez, for God's
Watch
sakes.
out, man. I'm going to hold on to that basketball like it's my own little baby over there. But that was fun. And going up to Montana, it was a tough trip. I didn't know Montana beat Irvine by 18.
Yes.
That makes the loss to the Grizz not look so bad for UC Riverside.
No. And then, you know, the Big West has played really good teams. That's why their RPI is at 10 right now. They're the 10th best conference in the country. So they're doing the right things. But they're just not getting the road wins, which is tough to get, when you're playing teams up in Montana, which rarely loses on their floor.
Again, a wacky game. If you would have told me Dikembe Martin would not have a basket from the floor and the bench was going to outscore the starters, I'd been like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a blowout. But in the end, I mean, UCR had a chance in the last 3 or 4 minutes. They closed the gap. They made it close.
They put that Montana juju on them.
They like their, they like their Grizz football, basketball up there inside that arena. I mean, there's not much to do. It's snowing.
No, that's it.
It's cold. They pack inside the arena and they watch a pretty good basketball team that they're very proud of. I mean, all the banners hang up there from all their appearances in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's an event. I mean, it's like when you go to small towns in other countries, and that's the only thing really to do there, and it's a big deal for those people in Missoula.
All right, we come back. We've got more high school football. We'll talk more UCR basketball. We'll get you set for the big contest against Valparaiso coming up tonight, 7 o'clock from the SRC Arena. And, Jeff, we've got local guys headed to the NFL Pro Bowl. Did you hear about this?
I did.
We'll talk about that as well when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son. You don't say much, do you?
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
How you guys doing? Ray Bass here. We're here at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed. We're talking about the ankling drill. Come check it out. This particular drill is great at teaching us to get our feet off the ground as quickly as possible. All right, so what we're going to do is Gavin's going to start with his feet underneath his hips. His toes are going to be pointing forward. And the goal here is to get as many hits against the ground as possible. He's going to do a fast high knee. He's going to have his toes pointed up, get as many hits as he can in a short amount of time. Here we go. So we're going to go about 5 yards here. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Fast down, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up. Now, typically, when we get over the opposite knee, I like to say fast down just so we don't get robotic with it, but there you have it right there, the ankling drill. Great for top end speed.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-298-5783. 800-298-5783. 800-298-5783. That's 800-298-5783.
If you could get rewarded for sleeping, would you? What about for sitting on a bench looking out at the ocean? Or for sitting in a comfy chair watching football on TV? Guess what? That third dream job is real thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. You can come in, watch football, and earn points with Blazing Rewards just for being there. That's right. You're a professional football fan now. Brag about it to all your friends. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Terms and conditions apply. Must be a Blazing Rewards member. To join and for details, visit blazingrewards.com or download the Blazing Rewards app.
Checking your phone while you drive is never okay. So to help you focus on the road, here's everything that's happening in your feed. That hot celebrity couple just broke up. Last night's finale, everyone survived except for that guy. You know the one. And Rachel posted another pic on the beach. Hashtag, does she even work? See, all of this can wait while you drive. Oh, that hot celebrity couple just got back together.
This message was fun, but distracted driving is no joke. AT&T reminds you, it can wait. Take the pledge at itcanwait.com.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Doesn't it look like I am ready? I am always ready. I have been ready since first call. I am ready. Roll.
We're We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
And we are back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. I'm Pep Fernandez. That's Jeff Corum. We're here every single weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. Nothing but the Inland Empire.
Nothing.
And we got the NFL Pro Bowl rosters are out, Jeff.
I saw that.
And I was digging through there. And people are saying that Zeke Elliott, remember he's going to have that big game for the Cowboys. He's back from the suspension. He's going to be running wild on the Seattle Seahawks this week. Remember that,
yeah.
Zeke Elliott? Well,
Zeke
if he
Elliott.
does it, it's because of his big left tackle, Tyron Smith, the pride of the Rancho Verde High School in Moreno Valley, right?
That's right. We got a few guys. Three guys made the list.
If you go the expanded IE, we got Bobby Wagner, Seahawks.
Yes.
Linebacker, right? And Eric Weddle out of Alta Loma, the safety for the Baltimore Ravens. So on the fringes, we got a couple guys, but Tyron Smith from the Rancho Verde, who's been a mainstay on that Cowboys offensive line.
I have a Eric Weddle story.
You do?
In the offseason, he plays flag football as a receiver with a buddy of mine at Norte Vista High School. They play flag football.
At Norte Vista High School?
Well, they don't play
or your buddy from Norte Vista High
My buddy
School?
from Norte Vista has this flag football team. They travel around. They play these big tournaments. And Weddle's on his team. He's a receiver.
What the heck? That's not fair. Hey, who's that? Oh, the guy with the big beard?
Yeah.
That's Eric Weddle, man.
Yeah.
Pro Bowler, man.
I've been to a few of the games, and I'm like, man, that guy looks familiar. And they're like, yeah, that's Eric Weddle. I'm like, wow.
That's not fair.
Yeah, he plays receiver, though.
I'd protest all those games. Like, no way. Eric Weddle, man.
Yeah, and he gets all into it and yells at guys and everything. It's pretty
Does he
funny.
really?
Yeah, he's real into it.
Ferocious.
Yeah, and they like drink beer afterwards and sit around and talk about their glorified flag football
They're
games.
like, man, yeah, all the other guys are like, man, I remember when I used to play football. And Eric Weddle's like, yeah, I remember when I used to play.
Yeah.
Last week, we beat Pittsburgh. It was a good, I used to play.
But yeah, I've seen him play a bunch of times. Hung out with him a few times, too.
You and Shaq and Weddle?
No.
Did I tell you the one time that Shaq and Eric Weddle and I walked in? Sounds like start of a joke here.
Yeah, well, Shaq did pick me up over his head, lifted me like a tree. So I will say that.
So Jeff, Shaq, and Eric Weddle walk into a Dave & Buster's. It's the start of a joke.
Walk into a bar.
But the Pro Bowl is January 28th in Orlando. Now they sandwich that game in between the conference championship and the Super Bowl, trying to get people to care about it. To be honest, I'm not really into it. The only All-Star game I really watch year after year is the Major League Baseball All-Star game. I don't know if it's because from my childhood days, I was always into baseball, and it was always a big deal in July to watch the MLB All-Star game. But the Pro Bowl, just not into it. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I actually sat down and watched a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. And they're having the All-Star game here. The NBA All-Star game is in Los Angeles this year.
Is it really?
It is.
Is it the Clippers or the Lakers hosting?
Probably Clippers. I don't know. I'm not.
I mean, like, who's gonna have the arena decked out? Is it gonna be Clipper? Like all those banners hanging, or is it gonna be the Lakers?
Probably Clipper Nation. But yeah, I know it's in town. Maybe both of them. They'll do a team thing.
Well, guess who else is in town?
Let me guess.
Big intern Bobby. Yeah.
Big intern Bobby is back.
We got Jeff. We've got interns all over the world, and sometimes they come back to the nest. And intern Bobby, star football player up at Pacific in Oregon, but he's back. He couldn't get. It was way too long that he hasn't seen Jeff, right? So you had to come back to see Jeff.
That's why we're so close together. Right
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
It looks like he'd be your son almost over here.
He is my son. What are you guys kidding me?
So Bobby, how was football season up there at Pacific? How'd you guys do?
It was good. We didn't have the season we ideally wanted. We didn't get a conference championship, which is always our goal right off the bat. But compared to last year, we did a lot better this season. Definitely positives. We had the youngest team we've had since I've been there. I'm a junior now. So we're just looking to rise up. We're going to have a lot of experience next year. So this season was like a good marker for good games to come.
Pacific's going to be in the Rose Bowl next year.
Could happen. We played.
It could.
Our California game got canceled this year, which sucked. Yeah.
What do you mean it got canceled?
To play Occidental in like the third week.
Yeah.
But I guess they had too many injured guys.
It accidentally didn't happen.
Yeah. So
accidentally.
That didn't help too much because we only had
didn't the program fold? Like, didn't Occidental just?
I don't know.
They might have completely shut it
Maybe
down.
they were struggling this year, but I know. Yeah.
So I'm sure that was a big bummer for your family, right?
Yeah, I had everyone going, all my high school coaches, tons of friends, ready to go. The day before the game, athletic director called our coach and was like, "Yeah, it's not happening." So.
Just sitting there looking at a field, an empty field.
But my senior year next year, first game, Chapman in Anaheim. So
Beat up on those Chapmans.
In Anaheim, huh? Where are you guys playing at? Do you know?
Chapman.
Chapman has a nice field.
Is that in Anaheim?
Is it?
Well, it's in Orange, actually, and it's a really nice field. I have a story about that.
You do? Is it safe?
It's a good one.
So Eric Weddle and I were
no.
Shaq and I were in Orange.
This one's funny. My dad went to Orange, went to Chapman for his teaching credential back in like the 50s or 60s, whatever it was, and he lived underneath the football stadium.
Wait, what?
He did.
Hold on, slow your roll back.
He did. Yeah, he lived under like the stadium, underneath the stadium. They had apartments, and he lived in the apartment of the stadium. I'm not kidding around. No, I'm not joking. Dad, if you're listening, he's nodding right now. I know he's going, yeah, I did. He lived under the stadium at Chapman University.
You can't even make that up.
I'm telling you, that's what happened. There's always a story in me. That's one of them. Yeah, I know.
Intern Bobby, did you miss us? Did you miss the Inland Sports Show?
Definitely. You know, there's other radio shows, trying to recruit me up there and stuff.
They are?
No, I'm not. I'm staying loyal to the Inland Sports.
To the family, man.
I'm just a little concerned. How come we always have dudes as interns?
We've got lots of dudes.
They all smell like football guys.
Colin was a football guy. Bobby's a football guy.
How come we don't have any girls that come in here and they can smell like perfume? At least this place would smell good. These guys are big,
You scare them
guys.
off, Jeff.
No, I don't. You're kidding me. You're crazy. I am hot.
Big ugly guy.
Big ugly guy. But man, yeah, we got Big Bobby here. Bobby's intimidating. He's giant.
Yeah, we had Paloma Valley here, right? Because Chance Nolan signed his scholarship, and I was like, well, intern Bobby was an Elsinore football star. Are we gonna be okay here?
I thought he was gonna fight him.
Scuffle in the hallway.
Tension, but I don't think he played.
Did you? Yeah. Did you ever face Chance Nolan?
I think he was a freshman when I was a senior. So I don't know if he was playing.
No, I don't think he was starting. So
I think Bobby wanted to punch him out. He did. I saw him. He's like,
that Paloma Valley logo gets him going over here.
Come after him.
Well, Bobby, it's good to see you back, man. Merry Christmas. Thanks for popping back in, and it's good to see you. I wish your football season went a little bit better up there at Pacific, but
no year to get it done. So.
No Holiday Bowl this year for Pacific.
They're out of the Rose Bowl this year. All right, when we come back, we're going to continue the high school football chatter because we got the Roosevelt Mustangs just hanging out in the green room, ready to come in here because Chase Williams made the big announcement. Remember, Chase had narrowed it down to Notre Dame, Nebraska, USC, and Arizona State. There was suspense. It was building up towards this moment.
Did he have hats?
Did he have hats, Colin?
Did he do the 20 box?
What did he do? What was the big reveal? He pulled out a shirt. So we're gonna talk to Chase as well as Jeremy Moussa and Andy Koch. They all signed scholarships. Early signing period because this is a very special early signing period edition of the Inland Sports Show. So more high school football when we come back. It's Fox Sports IE, the one and only Inland Sports Show when we come back.
Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei! Pain does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei! Defeat does not exist in this dojo, does it?
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Only AT&T gives you entertainment your way. So here's our message in a more entertaining way, like an action movie.
You either give me what I want, or you'll never see your best friend / sidekick again.
Just give him what he wants, Mac.
What do you want? Well, I want an unlimited data plan that gives me more than just talking, texting, and surfing.
Okay, but
I want live TV too.
Well,
that I can watch on any screen, my phone, my tablet, or my home TV.
He's crazy, Mac.
He may be crazy, but I'm gonna get him what he wants.
Really?
And then tumble off this cliff together, but I'll grab a branch while he falls.
Take this.
Ooh, I'm watching my favorite shows and movies on the go!
Sayonara, baby. Only AT&T gives you unlimited data and live television on any screen.
Requires eligible AT&T Unlimited plan. After 22 gigabytes of data usage, AT&T may slow speeds. Compatible device required and sold separately. Additional usage, speed, and other restrictions apply. See store for plan details.
I thought you had a day off yesterday.
I did. I went in there to pick up my check, came home, supervisor called me about 4 o'clock. Talking about they got me on videotape stealing boxes.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's signing day across college football. A lot of high school football stars ink those scholarships, including a bunch of guys in the Inland Empire. And we've got some studs here in the studio, Jeff. Some of the guys actually, like, your height.
Yeah, scared. I'm a little intimidated.
Are you intimidated?
I'm not intimidated by anybody. But, hey, this has been like an all-star team. We could have, all the guys that are coming in the next few days, we could start our own college team. Forget signing at SC and all those other places. You know, just sign with us. We'll start our own college.
We could be just like LeVar Ball.
Yes.
We could start our own team.
Our own league.
Here's our first 3 guys.
I'm telling you, man. It'd be awesome. It'd be great. We'll just have, like, we'll rent out the building behind us here, and we'll call it the Inland Sports University.
think you're on to something.
Yeah, there you go.
We're here every single weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This is the Inland Sports Show, and we're continuing our coverage of signing day. We got the Roosevelt Mustangs in the house. Andy Koch, we got Jeremy Moussa, and Chase Williams, who all signed their scholarships, just a couple hours ago at Roosevelt High School to make it official. And we also got the head coach of the Mustangs, the great Tommy Leach, who's a great friend of the show here. So we're excited to have them on the show. Coach, first off, before we get to the guys, let me get you on the mic. And, man, this has been a special program at Roosevelt. You guys have done a lot of great things the last couple of years with guys like this. How cool is it for you as a coach? I know you want to win games, and it's about championships and titles and all that kind of thing. But when you see guys sign scholarships, I mean, getting these guys to the next level, that's a huge part of what you do as a head coach.
Yeah, and I take a lot of pride in it. We get a lot of help, though. It takes a village. I know they have, a lot of these guys playing these 7-on-7 leagues and stuff like that. So it's not just me, assistant coach Art Warren really helps out. But, for me, besides winning a championship, this is the best thing, I get to do. Watching them fulfill their dreams, watch all their work pay off, and especially their families, watching their families know that they're going to good spots and they're getting taken care of for life. It's really a really good feeling.
That's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And, for an education.
It really is. And, so we take a lot of pride. I take a lot of pride. I've been blessed to have athletes like that also are good students. But, it is work. And some of these kids, like I know Chase and Andy, they were committed to their schools. Their coaches get fired, unfortunately. And then they're other schools are coming on late. And it really was like for them a little
it's a tough process, right?
Really emotional, making sure you're in the right spots. And Chase is an early grad, so he's leaving early. Andy was gonna be until the Oregon State coach got fired. So it was really kind of a unique situation this year. But we're blessed. Roosevelt High School, it's a big day for our football program, and we got more kids signing on the February signing day too. But Jeremy's was solid pretty much. I mean, seemed like first day coming in, and Hawaii loved him, and he was their #1 draft pick, and it was awesome. So it was pretty sealed right away. But these other guys, it was a battle.
Yeah, on signing day, I know it's like a celebration and it's such a cool moment for the families and the programs. But it's also a sigh of relief, too, right? It's over. You're signing. It's done. You know what's going to happen. You know your future. This is where you're going. I'll start with Chase. We'll go right to left. I'll start with Chase because, Jeff, you had the suspense building up.
He did.
Where was Chase going to go? USC, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Arizona State. Where would he end up? So, Chase, you waited until the final hour. You wanted to surprise everyone at the ceremony at Roosevelt High School. So, ultimately, what school did you choose?
I chose the University of Southern California.
So, you're going to be a USC Trojan. How cool is that you're going to be flying around in those colors next season?
It's a real great opportunity, and I think that for me, when I talked about it with my coaches and my family and stuff like that, we kind of decided that would be the best spot for me. So, I'm excited.
What was it about that program? Because those are 4 really great college football programs. So what was it about USC that kind of separated itself maybe from traditional powers like a Notre Dame or a Nebraska or a ASU? What was it about that Trojan program?
Well, obviously the situation with Nebraska kind of just, it didn't really turn itself out right. And with SC, they were pushing hard. They were one of the schools that continued to just recruit me really hard and always stick with me. So that kind of showed a lot, especially since when I committed, a lot of schools dropped off, like Notre Dame and stuff like that. So,
well, I'm sure for your family, they're going to be like, hey, Chase is going to be at USC. That's just down the road. I mean, going to Lincoln, Nebraska, that's a whole other story, or South Bend, Indiana. But going to USC, that's not as bad. A lot of family and friends, are they excited that you're staying closer to home? They can go check you out?
Yeah, a lot of them are. They're all talking about how they're just going to keep on watching me and go to the games, stuff like that. They'll be able to see me play. So, I think everybody's almost excited that's back home.
And we also got Jeremy Moussa here, who's taken his talents to the University of Hawaii, which Hawaii, see, I'm a big college football fan. Hawaii's like quarterback U. They had Colt Brennan, Timmy Chang. They love to throw the football at Hawaii. So, Jeremy, what was it about Hawaii that you liked other than you're going to be living in paradise? That's awesome. But what was it about the football team that you enjoyed?
Yeah, the living in Hawaii part isn't too shabby. But, I'm going there to play football. So, the main thing with me was my relationship with the coaching staff. quarterback coach Craig Stutzman was on me from the beginning. They were my first offer, the first school to believe in me, and then I really felt I had a great connection with them, and then they love to throw the ball, and that's what I love to do as well. So I mean, it was a perfect fit, and I'm happy that's where I'm gonna be.
Do family members or friends give you a hard time? Like, dude, you're going to Hawaii. That's like, that's like a 4-year vacation. You're going to Hawaii.
Yeah, this man's one of them.
Chase does?
Yeah, he's jealous.
Oh, Chase, come on.
Chase a little jealous it's in Hawaii, but I mean, just a little bit. I mean, but that's not what it's all about. I mean, it's a plus that you're living there, but I mean, I'm going there to play football and just continue my education. So, I mean, you're going to have some off days where you can enjoy the beach and everything, but most of the time you're grinding just like everyone else.
Yeah, and think about this. You have Jeremy Moussa at quarterback. You have Freddie Holly at running back. And you have a couple Greeleys out there, the twins playing receiver.
Yeah, they're out there too,
so
right?
you could have the Inland Empire could take over Hawaii, and they're going to turn that into a great program in the Mountain West.
Do you know some of those other IE guys out there? Do you talk to anyone about the program?
When I was up there I took 2 visits to Hawaii, and I talked to one of the Greeley brothers, the tight end.
You can't tell them apart; they're twins.
Yeah, they look exactly the same. And then I know of the Fred Hawley kid from Norte Vista.
Yeah.
And I'm going up there with my friend Corey Bethley from Don Lugo too. So
okay.
He'll be out there.
That's awesome.
Nice.
We also have Andy Koch here on the end, who actually is bigger than Jeff.
Yeah.
I think he's taller than Jeff too. He's going to Utah State, which is one of those unique stadiums, unique cities that love college football, and they pack that stadium, and they're rabid about their Aggies, right? The Utah State Aggies. What was it about Utah State, Andy, that you loved?
Just the family atmosphere and the community was insane. Like, the first night I was there, our host took us out, and we went to a hockey game. It was Utah State versus BYU. And literally, we got in, and it was like we were standing at the entrance. It was so packed. Like, all the sports at Utah State are heavily supported by the community and the school. And the people there too, they're just awesome. They're like me. I'm more of a low-key guy that would rather go out bowling instead of going to a party, and there are a lot of guys there like me.
Like-minded, yeah.
Yeah, that I just really appreciate, because it was rare to find some guys like that at other colleges, and so once I saw that at Utah State, I very much appreciated that. And then there's not much to do at Utah State except
play football, right? And go to school.
Play football, go to school, and it's a place. One thing that's been consistent with one of my wants in a college is a place where I can grind and focus on my grind, and where I can really focus on bettering myself in all aspects of my life. And Utah State, it was just the perfect opportunity and the perfect place that I could do that at.
Where do they like you? Where do they want to play you at?
So I played defensive end in high school, but I'm going as an offensive lineman, offensive tackle. Coach Farmer was the one that heavily recruited me, and my defensive line coach told me that if you find the right school, you're willing to do anything for them. They're the ones paying for my scholarship, and that's the school I want to go to. That's the school I fit at, so I'm going to do whatever I can to just help the team.
Let me get Coach Leach to step up to the mic once again. I'm going to ask you about Andy over here at Utah State. You're listening to the Roosevelt Mustangs here on early signing day period, our very special show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. He looks like an offensive lineman. Probably could add a couple pounds, right?
Yeah, they're gonna
as well.
They're gonna bulk him up. He's gonna be giant.
It's not the worst thing in the world to have to eat a little bit more, right? To put on a couple extra pounds, but
sounds like a dream.
Jeff's like, you're living that dream.
Yes, I
am. But Andy over here, obviously a star on both sides of the football for you at Roosevelt. But do you like his future on the offensive side and being on the offensive line?
I mean, personally, I've coached a guy, Charles Brown, that played for the Saints, played for the Cowboys, and was an All-American at USC. He was a lot like Andy in high school. USC recruited him as a tight end, but we all knew he was going to play tackle. And basically, they let him play tight end for a little bit and said, "Hey, you want to make millions of dollars? Move to offensive tackle." And I felt Andy right away when I saw him. Kind of the first couple of days I talked to him, I say, "What do you think about playing both sides of the ball. Remember that conversation, Andy? And he said, well, what about, this is junior year. What this year, let me just focus on D-line and da-da-da. But I know his future's on the offensive side. I mean, really, don't get me wrong. If he played D-line, he would dominate. And because of what a great kid he is, a grinder, a worker, he would dominate there too. But I just think, his fit and his frame and his length is better suited for offensive tackle to be successful and be successful right away. Obviously, he's going to put on the pounds. My Charles Brown was 255 coming out of high school. He ended up being a 300-pounder, by his sophomore year at USC.
Very good to eat, Andy. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, he gets to eat. He likes to eat.
I'm very excited.
Because I've heard some offensive linemen, they actually had them on a schedule. So, they'd set their alarm clocks. They'd get up at 2 in the morning, eat peanut butter and jelly with a glass of milk or something just to be constantly intaking food, which, again, it's not the worst thing in the world to constantly be eating.
I mean, in the break room, I had to give him a couple bucks because he wanted to grind.
And Coach Scholes, the strength and conditioning coach up there, I swear it's like a mad scientist as a strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, it is a science now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just a genius when it comes to that stuff, and just seeing the transformation pictures that he had for us, it was mind-boggling. It was crazy, and I'm excited. He sent me the workout program today, and I'm excited to get on that right away. I'm ready to get really swole.
Well, you guys... You're already swole. I can't imagine now, just bigger and stronger. But you guys are signed, sealed, and delivered. But let me ask you about the recruiting process for each of you, because you go on social media and all the coaches and the teams, they like to wow you guys with special graphics and sports edits, and you try on the uniforms and you take pictures. And I don't know, what did each of these programs do for you? I'll start with Chase, maybe at USC. But when you visited the USC Trojans, I mean, what are some of the things? Take us behind the scenes in terms of a recruit visit. What do they kind of do to kind of sell you on the program that, hey, you're our guy, Chase. We want you in Troy. We want you to be a USC Trojan. What's some of the cool things behind the scenes that we don't see that kind of sold you on it?
I mean, they try to do as much as they possibly can to try to sell you into the program. Some things that I've went through, especially in my visit, is it doesn't matter what time it is. You don't really get a break. They try to pack in as much stuff as they possibly can into the hours.
Showing you everything, right?
Showing you everything, the campus, going into meetings, going into just going over things with the weight room. They try to get you to meet as many people as possible, especially with me. I woke up on a Saturday of the day of the game, and as soon as I got up there, I'm eating breakfast with my family and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I get introduced to one of the high deans of one of the schools that they have there. And it's just they try to introduce you to as many people as possible and try to just get you to do so many things that makes you love and attach onto the school.
Yeah, because they want that connection with you, So when you leave and you go back home, and they're you're still thinking about USC, you know?
Exactly. They want to make sure that you're left on their mind and left on a good note. And they're always checking up on you, seeing if everything's okay. If you want to do something, they get that done in a heartbeat. So.
And how about you, Jeremy? Did you get a trip out to Hawaii? Did you get to trip out there and check out the campus and the coaches? And
yeah, when I went, took my first visit in the summer, that was kind of just more of I want to check out the school first, but more also a family vacation. So we were out there for a week, and that's when I ended up committing. We visited the school, and then on our own, we kind of just explored the island and just looked at all the different things. And then when I went out there for my official, I was only there for a day, but I mean that day was packed full of a whole bunch of stuff. As soon as I got off the plane, they took us surfing. Then we had dinner, took us to a game, took us out to eat again. The one thing that they always do is they always try to feed you as much as possible. They try to feed, they feed you so much where you're not even hungry for the next meal, but you still eat. And
it's because as a parent, that's what you're probably concerned. Are they eating properly? Are they eating enough? So they have to worry about that, right?
They give you so much food, and there's even more food in your room, and it's it's crazy.
Too much.
Yeah, but I mean, the biggest thing that they try to do with me would just they have been upfront with me since the beginning. They told me how important I was to them, and I really felt the love from them, and that was the biggest thing for me with them.
Do you surf?
I went out there and I tried it for the first time. The first day I did it, I really sucked, and then the second day I got up a couple times, so I'm a little bit better, but I wouldn't say I'm a surfer.
Well, you've got 4 years to get better at it, at least, right? So that'll be a fun time. And then Andy, what was it about Utah State? I mean, anything behind the scenes that was kind of cool as you tripped out there?
They were just honest and straight up with me, which I really appreciated. When they talked to me on my home visit, they talked to me about where the program is headed and what they have done and what they're going to do. They weren't necessarily trying to sell us on the school, like just the school as a whole. They were trying to show us where they were going and what they were doing, and like how I could play into that and be a big part of that. And Coach Wells and Coach Farmer, just the love I received from them and the honesty and just how straight up they were with me, like it was unmatched. Other colleges would just try to sell me on their school. They would try to do all these fancy edits. Utah State was just old-fashioned.
Sometimes that's all it takes, you know.
Yes,
like
sir.
you said, like you don't need a fancy picture or edit or hey, look at us on Twitter. Look what we did. Look how cool you look in our uniform.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's not about that. Coach, now that these guys have their scholarships in hand, I mean, let's talk about the future of Roosevelt football. The cupboard's not bare. I'm thinking about Braden Huffman-Dixon, right? I mean, you got some guys coming back, some big-time ballers. So talk about what's Roosevelt going to look like next year. You excited about this new edition of Mustang football?
First of all, I just want to, our young guys that are coming through, I'm going to tell you, these 3 young men are just phenomenal. And I'm not just saying it. I mean, 4.0, like 3.7, just awesome. If I was their father, I mean, I'd be so proud. I have a 2-year-old. I mean, these guys are really role models. They're phenomenal, and our program's really going to miss them. But our program's really, really blessed, too, that we had these guys to lead the way and show them what a real student-athletes are all about, because they are very serious. You see, they're more mature than me. They're smarter than me. I mean, really, it's like really a blessing to have these guys be role models, because they really impact those kids more than I do. We've got some phenomenal athletes coming through. Jalen Martin, Jalen Johnson, Dorian Mars, freaking Braden Huffman, the list goes on and on, but it's really pleasing and reassuring to know that these guys led the way. And
it's one thing for a coach to lead the way, but when you have guys who are seniors, like you said, the younger guys, they might rub off more on the younger guys than you could.
Yeah, no doubt,
Yeah.
and they do, and really they do, and so for me. And Roosevelt football, we're just blessed that we had these three guys leading the way. And, unfortunately, we had, a lot of other players. Some players are going to sign in February, and some players aren't scholarship players that were great seniors that really, really showed us what it takes to be a championship team and also be championship men. So I thank these guys, and I know our program thanks these guys. We're indebted to these guys because it's awesome. And I'm so happy for them and their families.
And the more guys that sign out of Roosevelt, do you feel like your phone is blowing up more? Like you're hearing from more colleges and coaches like, hey, you know what? We see Roosevelt's doing big things. You got some big-time players.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we look down the list. I mean, before it's said and done, this class will probably have 9 guys go out. Next year's class should be, just as competitive. We probably had 70 guys out for spring. Football, 70 Division I colleges coming out. But, like I said about Chase being the first one when I got there, having scholarships, he kind of opened the door for everything else to come and really open doors. Even though, hey, players play, colleges will find you.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier when you have somebody already ready to go. And being such a great kid. And, the thing about these 3, too, is like everybody loves them. They're sincerely happy for them and their opportunities, right? And, but talking about just a public school, having a public school in the next 2 years, 3 years, we'll probably have 13 guys with Division I scholarships. That's special. You don't have to leave and go to a St. John Bosco to go to SC, Hawaii, or Utah State. You can stay home and play with your friends and get ready to go and win a championship.
Yeah.
So, and these guys did that. It's really special. I mean, you two have been playing for years, right?
We were like 6th grade.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Wow.
The center that we had, he was all CIF center, got him 6th grade. We had a bunch of guys even lower. Even our younger kids have been playing for years. So, that's really special. And Eastvale, Roosevelt is a special place because, we got a beautiful school, great administration. and really great academics, and our counselors really kind of put them in the right frame of mind to be a real scholar athlete.
Well, you got 3 great ones right here, all going to awesome programs. Yep. Coach Leach, you're doing something right. You're a friend of the show, so that door's always open if you want to come back.
But I mean, me personally, I could have been greater this year. I could have been awesome. We should have came away with a championship. I kind of let our program down a little bit. I counted 10 things I could have done better just our last game, and if I would have done 1, we would have ended up keep going. So live and learn. But with these great guys leading the way and showing us how it's done. I think better things are to come for Roosevelt football.
Yeah, I was penciling in a Roosevelt Cajon semifinal game. I think
it would have been a final game.
Was it a championship game?
Yeah, I mean, if you...
I think Santiago was on the other side. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our first-round game, unfortunately for them, you don't like to make excuses, but we were up 13-0. I knew it wasn't going to be enough. I'm like, 13 points isn't enough in this game.
Yeah.
I saw one call that I've never seen before, roughing a coach. Our guy dives, missed the player, didn't even hit him. Hits a coach in midair, they call penalty, roughing the coach. I've never heard that before.
Never heard or seen that.
Never. And right then I knew it's going to be long. And it was.
Yeah.
I think the last drive, it was an 80-yard drive, and 60 of their 80 were defensive penalties.
Oh, are you serious?
Yep.
That's why I can't be a coach. It would drive me crazy.
Oh, well, but again, I mean, I'm not saying they were out to get us or anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
it's an uphill battle sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it is. And, programs, teams get in that situation. My career as a head coach, I've been in that situation many times, and unfortunately for them, I didn't get to see him play one more game. So
yeah,
I get to see him play a lot more on Saturday, so that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the good part. You still get to see them play at a big time Division I college level. Yeah, because I wanted to see that matchup with Cajon. I know you played him in non-league a couple times, right, in the last couple of years. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to see that playoff matchup.
We did too, but I mean, congratulations to them. They're a great team. I really am happy for them that they went to that state title game, and next year's next year. I mean, we got to play for these guys and their legacy too. And when you get a championship, they're going to come back and get a ring because they're a big part of this.
Andy Koch going to Utah State, Jeremy Moussa, Hawaii, and Chase Williams making the big announcement going to USC. Coach Leach, you're the best. Thank you for always making time for us on the Inland Sports Show. We do appreciate it. Congratulations, guys, and to your families. I know it takes a village to make this happen. So, yeah, and pick up swimming or surfing, Jeremy. I mean, you got 4 years, right, to fit in there. And
if things don't work out, the Inland Sports University will be. We'll take you.
Jeff's still thinking about our team.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. That's all I'm thinking about is bounce backs. I mean, they can come over. They can throw as much as they want. They can run as much as they want. They can play for us.
Hey, USC's right by the beach too. So maybe
that's right.
That's true, right? Yeah, that's not too far from the beach. Hey, plus we need a coach.
Yes,
not that we'd steal Tommy Leach away from Roosevelt, but Inland Sports University might need a head football coach.
Hey, I'm going to be the AD. I'm going to run all the sports. You're hired, coach.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Right. When we come back, we'll talk about the NFL playoff picture, and we still have Coach Singleton from Roosevelt live from Orlando, Florida, talking about the big championship they won in that big prestigious tournament.
Hanging with Mickey Mouse.
That's right.
Yep.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, KUBE, Riverside.
I am your father. No.
not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pat Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back to another spoiler-free edition of the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. I get a little worried because we get in the commercial break and Jeff's like, I got something I got to talk about. And I just hope it's not Star Wars related because, Jeff, there may be some people that have not seen the movie yet, The Last Jedi.
Hey, Lando Calrissian dies. Oh, Lando.
No, Lando's not in the movie. That is not a spoiler.
Oh, it's not?
No spoilers.
I was watching the wrong movie then. Hey, seriously, those guys, it's nice having guys coming in here.
You know, it's the early signing period, so most guys will sign their scholarships that first Wednesday in February. But today, it was the early signing period, so some guys, like our three Roosevelt guys, like Chance Nolan and Phillip Mills from Paloma Valley, they just want to get it done. They get it done early. They know where they're going. They sign the scholarship. They're good to go, and they can just enjoy the rest of their senior year without worrying about where am I going to spend the next 4 or 5 years of my life in college. Done deal.
Yeah, and you had mentioned, you asked those guys what they had done on their visits.
Yeah, the recruiting trips.
You know, and I was thinking, this is 30 years ago, and I'm not ever going to say what happened on those recruiting trips. But I will say this.
Uh-oh.
These guys, it sounded like they were going to church, man. When I went on my
the chancellor.
I mean, man, when I took 5 visits, and I'm not going to say where I went because then it could get guys in trouble. But
you can take up to 5 official visits, right?
And I took all 5.
Uh-huh.
And if my mom and dad are listening, they would be like, "Oh my God!"
They are listening.
Yeah, they are.
Your mom wants to make you meatloaf.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go by and pick up meatloaf maybe after the game. Or after the UCR game tonight. No, when I took some trips.
Oh, she's not listening right now. I don't see any comments from her, so you're okay. Keep going.
I'm telling you guys, it was unbelievable, against the law, and all 5 schools would have been on probation. Every one of those schools. Unbelievable.
Now it's a hot button issue. You know, you go on these visits and people saying, you know, money exchanges hands and gifts and all this kind of stuff.
You're naughty.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I will say this. I can kind of go into this. I was never a big drinker, ever. I didn't drink until I was 21 years old. Didn't take a sip, ever. I go on a trip to one of these universities, and he's an ex-NBA player was my
like chaperone.
Host, yeah, my chaperone.
Host, yeah.
He was playing for the university at the time. Big time, played for some championship NBA teams.
He did?
Yeah.
You're going to tell me in the break? You can't tell you.
I'll give you. He was foreign. Don't say his name. He was foreign, and he played with the GOAT of all time, the greatest of all time.
I think I know who it is.
Okay, so we were hanging.
I think I know who it is. I got 2 guesses. Go ahead.
Well, it was It was cold when we were in this another state, and he had a Jeep, and he had no top to his Jeep.
So he was currently on the college team, and you were the high school kid.
Okay. Yes, and he took me around, and I went to my first college party. It was like a fraternity party, and there was girls, like they were trying to have girls throwing them at me, and this guy was trying to get me drunk. I'm like, man, I just don't drink, man, because my dad, Coach Gorham, would have beat me up.
Yeah.
So I had a drink in my hand. I didn't drink it because I was like, nope, there's no way I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And they were throwing girls at me, and this guy got so hammered that he passed out while he was my host.
He's supposed to show you around?
So the assistant coach had to come pick me up at the party and take me to my hotel.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and if I told you who the head coach was, they've had documentaries about this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
You're driving me nuts over here.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you in the break. And some people know this story. It was crazy. I went back to my hotel room, and there was people in the hotel room. Yeah.
So this was a guy who went on to the NBA, and he played with the greatest of all time, and he was forein.
Yes.
Is that all correct?
Yeah, and he was a center. He was a big guy.
Yeah, I think I know.
Big, and he had hair like my son almost. He had big hair. Was it red? I guess it would be red.
Yeah.
Okay, we know who it is.
Yeah.
But no, the coach though. I mean, they did everything they could to entice me. But of course, I was a straight edge kid, man. I was a nerd. I hadn't experienced anything, and then I show up at these places. Oh, crazy.
Well, let me ask you. Did it sell you on the program? Like,
No.
oh, this place looks awesome. Or you're like, no, I'm not coming here.
Dude, I thought I was going to have to get a shot when I left that place. It was so dingy and grimy.
So what do you go back home and tell your parents?
Oh,
Did they say like, "Wait, what'd you think of the school?"
Well, I went and hid in the corner and sucked my thumb. I was so worried about what I had seen, but no, it just wasn't for me. You know, it was one of those situations you go, you know, it was cool if you were into that stuff, but I just wasn't, and so I didn't end up going there.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, I could tell you some great ones, but none of them I could say on the air. None.
None.
All 5 were all kind of
so
dirty.
You're standing over there listening to these
nice,
upstanding Roosevelt football players, meeting the chancellor and eating lunch.
Yes.
And going to the football game, and you're like, that was not how it worked out.
30 years ago, man. It was different. Different times, my friend.
You lived in some wild times.
That was wild. It was free loving, baby. Free loving.
Yeah, it was awesome to have Roosevelt in here. Also, again, Chance Nolan from Paloma Valley. Tomorrow, Aquinas is having their big signing ceremony for Joshka Gustav, who's going to... Sprachen Sie Deutsch. And Jasper Fries, big offensive lineman who's headed to the Cal Golden Bears. So they're going to have a ceremony at 11 a.m. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to shoot a little video, get some interviews. We're going to try to get them live on the show. If not, we'll get something recorded that we can play back on the show. But yeah, Aquinas, you know, small school, Division 9, 2 big-time players.
Why don't you take them some schnitzel?
I could.
That would be
Sweeten
great.
the deal.
You go,
if you guys come in the studio,
we're going to bring you some schnitzel. Or some liverwurst. They like liverwurst, which, you know, that's good. That's, you know, or some schnitzel.
One of the two, right? Isn't schnitzel like a sausage?
Yeah, no, schnitzel is a breaded, like steak almost. Yeah, you always think it's a sausage, but no, it's like a breaded steak. Schnitzel.
Almost like a chicken fried steak.
Yeah, it's kind of like country fried steak, chicken fried steak, but it's a schnitzel. I like saying schnitzel.
So
That's the German background. My grandfather's from Germany. Look at the superorbital ridge on my forehead. I'm definitely a big German guy. I'm telling you. Sorry.
So they're signing, and then we had Coach Esposito, and he was the quarterback's coach at Chaparral. And he brought him up, and we were going to talk about him anyways, that Justin Diedick and Stephen Jones, the big star offensive lineman for Chaparral. They're both signed, sealed, and delivered. That Justin Diedick is going to USC, so he'll be teammates with Chase Williams over here from Roosevelt. And then Stephen Jones going to Oregon. So 2 more Pac-12 kids from out of the IE, both out of Chaparral High School.
And I would almost bet that Coach Bert gets a job here pretty soon.
I got a feeling about it.
I bet he gets a job in the next 12 hours.
He might get a job in the next hour.
He might.
If Coach Esposito lands a head coaching job, not just a quarterback's job or something like that, like an assistant role, if he gets a head coaching job, we will be the very first to tell you. And if it happens in the next
50 minutes,
49 minutes, we will let you know. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, we will. He looked really nice in that gold tie, though.
He looks great, man. Some time off really suited him well.
It did, man. He likes that. I really do think he's on a midlife crisis.
Well, he's exercising. He's eating well. He's riding his motorcycle all around.
His hair looked good.
He's just all put together.
He's just that's not the Bert I know.
And I thought you guys were neighbors, like borrowing sugar and milk kind of neighbors.
Nah, we've been friends though for forever. And Bert's a good dude. I'd always go to bat for him. I love that guy.
So have your phone out because he might blow up your phone in the next 49 minutes if something goes down. Just saying. You just have a hunch, right? You know, if something goes down in the head coaching world.
It got me a feeling that something's going on there.
All right, let's take another commercial break. We're going to talk, again, the NFL playoff picture. We got those details on the 33rd Annual Inland Empire All-Star Classic and a live report from Orlando, Florida, with Roosevelt head basketball coach Steven Singleton. The Mustangs winning a big-time tournament down there in Florida. We will be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Oh, you can't think I'd do this on purpose, sir. Look, I tied him to the rear bumper when I was packing the car. It was very confusing. I must have forgot. I'm very sorry. I feel terrible.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing...
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Welcome to the local sports leader in the Inland Empire, the Inland Sports Show. You can find us on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single Saturday at 11 a.m. plus live and amplified around the world on the Inland Sports channel on YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
This is Kenny Clark from the Green Bay Packers, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports is the undisputed sports leader in the IE and two-time finalist for the top TV radio show in the Inland Empire, thanks to our big-name guests, exclusive interviews, video highlights, and of course, nobody breaks more news than Inland Sports. Hosted by Big Salty Jeff Gorham and the IE Media Personality of the Year, Pep Fernandez, honored by the CIF Southern Section with its Champion for Character Award, the National Football Foundation, the Southern California Football Coaches Association, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the San Bernardino City Unified School District. We've teamed up with some outstanding companies in our community that are proud to call the IE home, and they care about local sports.
Hey, what's up, Pep? You too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
You can join our team too. If you're a local business or owner, shoot us an email at inlandsportshow@gmail.com. Nobody covers local sports like Inland Sports. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Always want to play the best teams, even in the playoffs. If we win the playoffs, I want it to be like we earned it.
Help us spread the word, and thanks for making Inland Sports the local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Welcome to the
Want to learn to swim, you've got to jump in the water. Don't forget to feed Bruiser. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Whoa! This
This can't be happening. I think I've gotten some stuff out of your head that has nothing to do with navigating this ship.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Quick, Jeff, favorite actress from the late 80s?
Robin Givens!
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. One of these days, Jeff, we're going to pull the curtain back.
No, we're not.
And go all access
No, we're
in
not.
the commercial breaks.
Hey, Inland Sports, after dark.
No, seriously, one of these days, I'm going to get a pen and a pad, and, like, we need to write down, like, we need to keep, like, a journal of your life and all these stories you have. And most of them we share on the air, but there's a couple behind the scenes that we share here in the studio that are just pretty funny.
I have somebody right now sending me a text. Keep talking. I got somebody that's going to call us.
Oh.
With big news.
Oh, okay, because we got Coach Singleton coming up at 5:30, okay?
Okay.
But if you want, I got a text too. This is a very important person. This guy's a big-time baller. It's Ja Rule.
Ja Rule?
No, not the Ja Rule, the rapper. Not that Ja Rule.
The hairy guy. The hairy guy that used to be an intern. I love that guy.
Former intern Javier. We called him Ja Rule. Little baby Ja. He says, hey, stop being a Laker hater, Pep. They are proudly going to display Kobe's new retired jerseys during the All-Star game. You know.
Whatever, Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Yeah, I got big news. Big news.
You do?
Yes, I do. Hopefully he's going to give us a call. We are waiting on the call.
Oh, man. Like a prophet. Like a prophet
Yes.
straight out of the New Testament. We're calling it, right?
Yes.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. The 33rd annual Inland Empire All-Star Classic is quickly coming. It is January 13th at Centennial High School. Matt Logan coaching the Riverside County All-Stars against Nick Matheny from Summit. He will coach the San Bernardino County All-Stars. The very best in the IE. It's the longest running high school football all-star game in the state of California, and it's coming up on January 13th. But right now, we are going to go to the spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline because Jeff promises breaking news, right, Jeff?
Yes, I did. You know, I said within 12 hours we would have something regarding my friend, Coach Bert Esposito. Coach, is this you?
It's me.
Coach, you were just in the studio.
You can't get enough of us.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Well, hey, Coach, is there something you'd like to share with us right now on the air?
Well, I just got the phone call. I will be the new head football coach at Temecula Valley.
Hey! Congratulations,
nice
Coach.
job, Coach.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
So that gold tie you had on, man, who knew, right?
Wow.
It had to have been the ticket. It was the golden ticket.
Well, I was just hoping you didn't come on here. We'd spoil things for you. You know, I know you had some big interviews. I didn't want the Temecula Valley folks to be like, "Oh, I heard them on the show with Pep and Jeff. Those guys are idiots, man. We can't go with Coach Espo after that." Well, Coach, congratulations getting back into the realm of head coaching. Are you excited about this opportunity with the Golden Bears?
Absolutely. You know, I've done it 3-4 other schools where I've gone in where a school's been 0-10 or whatever, and I have the experience to see if I can pull this out. And being that it's my hometown and the hometown high school, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, because people are going to say, wow, the Southwestern League, it's brutal. You know, we've seen the rise of Marietta Valley, of course, and you coached at Chaparral last season, so you know they've got some young guys, and their future looks really bright. And, of course, Vista Marietta, I mean, Great Oak. I mean, the Southwestern League has so many good schools. Marietta Mesa made it to the CIF semifinals. So taking over a team like Temecula Valley, I mean, is it like a growing process? I mean, do you go in there thinking, you know what, I've got a plan. We just got to stick to the plan and see the little goals being reached to create that bigger goal?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I've done it at 3 other high schools, and we've actually done the plan pretty quick. So I'm also hoping for that. But, you know, you got to have the players. You got to change the culture. And I got a lot of work ahead of me, and it'll be starting up tomorrow.
Yeah, so what is the first order of business? Go in there, set up the office, and get to work?
Well, first I got to meet the kids.
Yeah.
So I got to meet the kids, and then I got to meet the parents. And then, yeah, we're going to start into the weight room, and I've already got a plan in place, ready to go, and it's just implementing it and hitting it full steam ahead.
Well, that didn't take long for you to get back into the head coaching world. I mean, you were at Paloma Valley, and, of course, when you came on the show earlier, we're talking about you being the quarterbacks coach at Chaparral. So when you were at Chaparral, obviously you played against Temecula Valley. You saw them from across the sideline. I mean, was there anything about that Temecula Valley team that you saw that you're excited about going forward now as the head coach of the Golden Bears?
Yeah, I saw a lot of young guys. Some of their best players were young guys that are getting varsity experience early, and those kids will be much more seasoned for next year, and hopefully we'll get them bigger, faster, stronger, and we'll put in our system, offensive system, defensive system, and, we're going to give it a go.
Well, Coach, I will say this couldn't happen to a better guy, and it couldn't happen to a better program for those kids. They're going to have a gem in you. And I am now a Temecula Valley football fan.
I appreciate that. Glad to have you on board.
So, Coach, are you still going to get up at, 4 a.m. to go do your workout and all that?
4:30. I got to get to the gym by 5.
See, I knew you were in a midlife crisis. Now you have a beautiful new job. Oh, man. Coach, things couldn't be going better for you. I am so happy for you. And I can't wait to watch you guys in the fall.
I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to deliver.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you giving us a call. And, yeah, that was quick. We just saw him, like an hour ago, right here in the studio wearing his gold tie. It's unbelievable.
I just knew. I just knew that there was something coming. He looked too happy. But you know you're going to be miserable now that you're a head coach again. I'm just telling you.
Misery loves company, too.
That's true. We were just talking about how great it was not being a head coach and all the free time and no worries. And what do you know? He calls, hey, I'm a head coach again.
Oh, Coach.
Back to eating donuts again.
There it is.
Coach, you've never looked so good. Just take a picture today. Just
remember.
Bulletin board fodder.
I'm going to work my hardest to look even better.
Well, Coach, sincerely, congratulations. We are happy for you, and thank you for calling us. We do appreciate it here on the Inland Sports Show.
Absolutely. You guys keep it up. You guys are great.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. Have a great one, and congratulations.
All right. Merry Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas, Coach.
Bye.
All right, that's Bert Esposito, the new head football coach at Temecula Valley. Yeah! He was just here in the studio talking about how great it was not being a head coach.
Gosh, man, I feel like a soothsayer. I'm telling you, man. Let's go.
Prophet Jeff.
Let's go to Pachanga after this. I'm telling you. Let's go play some cards, some roulette.
You gonna call your shot?
I'm gonna call it. Well, good job.
Hey, when we come back, we go live from Florida. Steven Singleton, the head basketball coach at Roosevelt, is going to talk about their big tournament championship down there in Orlando. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to hoop it up with Coach Singleton and the Roosevelt Mustangs. A lot of Roosevelt on this show. We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I got a special treat for you this evening. A young man that you all know is Joe the Policeman from the West.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time. We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Let the kid talk. You disgust me. How can you live with yourself? Just cool it, Zippy. You sit on a throne of lies.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. In just a moment, we will go live to Florida, Jeff, and talk Roosevelt basketball. I know you're a big fan of Coach Singleton, right?
Great guy, runs a great program, and couldn't be happier for the start of this year for him and his program at Roosevelt High School.
Yeah, on the road in Florida, playing in a very big-time high school national tournament and winning. Did you go to a lot of big tournaments when you played high school ball?
No, we were Ramona. We were poor guys. We just went across the street, and then we went down the street, and then we went around the block. That was about as far as we ever played. We did get to play at the Raincross tournament, which was the greatest tournament in the history of mankind. They had it down at the Riverside Convention Center, and they used to have a great wood floor they'd bring out, and it was like a mini arena. I never got to play in the championship game, but I went to every championship game in the history of that tournament. So it was a good, fun time, but no, I never got to go to Hawaii. I never got to go to Orlando. I never got to go anywhere.
Well, Coach Singleton and Roosevelt took his team to Florida. Not only did they go and enjoy all the Disney stuff, but they won themselves a tournament championship. So right now, let's go, Jeff, to the Catalano Motors Celebrity Hotline. He's always so gracious and makes time for us, and we appreciate it, even though he's on the other side of the country. It's the great Stephen Singleton, head basketball coach for Roosevelt and tournament champion. Hey, Coach, congratulations on the big tournament title.
Thank you, Pep. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, if you're watching us live right now on the Inland Sports Channel, we got a picture of the team with the trophy up there. And
is it a big trophy?
Yeah, it looks like a good-sized trophy. Coach, talk about this tournament. Was there some pretty good teams there?
There were some pretty good teams. You know, it wasn't a big tournament. Not a lot of teams in this tournament. It was a 3-game tournament, but you know, decent teams from you know, around the country. Nothing like too difficult, but just something to kind of prepare us for you know, getting ready for you know, the Damien Classic that will be coming through after Christmas.
Yeah, the Damien Holiday Classic is right around the corner. There's some really good teams. In fact, we had Coach Rob Robinson from Notre Dame on just a couple days ago, and they're going to that tournament. We're really excited about that one in terms of how many great teams locally, including the Inland Empire, that will be there. But this tournament in Florida that you guys went to, so I saw you played a team from Utah. Where were the other teams that you played? Where were they from? Like what states?
The first team was from, it's called Shawnee. They were from Oklahoma. Then we played Copper Hills from Utah, and then in the championship game, we played a team called Northwest Guilford from North Carolina.
Dominating the country, Coach. Taking names, slap those guys around.
Yep.
Well, Coach,
that's what we try to do. We try to represent the IE.
No, and you do it well. We're very proud of you guys for carrying that IE flag all the way to Florida. Coach, but let me ask you, when you walk into the gym, let's say even in Florida, do people say, hey, those are the Roosevelt team, they're California state champions? Like, do people talk about that? Do you hear like that when you go to tournaments like that? Like, hey, that's Roosevelt. Because if you win a tournament, if you win a state title in California, I got to assume that carries a lot of weight wherever you go in the country.
Nah, yeah, we did. We got some people saying, hey, you know, congratulations on last year's title. You know what I mean? Great job. And, you know, the first team we played from Shawnee, that's one of the first things the coach told me. He was like, man, I heard you guys were state champs last year. I was like, yeah, we were. So, you know, and something we're definitely proud of. But, you know, this team is a team that needs to prove it themselves and work hard to try to get back to that place.
Now, Coach, were you playing on the Walt Disney grounds by any chance?
We were at the ESPN Worldwide, what is that?
Wide World of Sports or whatever they call that?
Yeah, Worldwide Sports, yeah, absolutely. And it was a nice facility. You know, they do a lot of different things there. You know, they got the whole football thing going on there, the baseball thing, the Pop Warner, you know, all that kind of stuff like that. A lot of pros train there during the summertime, so or during their off season. So it was nice, man. The gym, you know, the gym or the arenas we were in were real nice. So it was a top-notch facility.
Okay, the big question is, when you were coaching any of the games, did you happen to look around and did you ever see a Mickey Mouse sighting while you were coaching basketball?
Coaching? No, didn't see any Mickey Mouse sightings when we were coaching. But as soon as we stepped outside, yes, they're all over the place.
Nice. Now, do the kids have fun? I mean, I'm sure it's probably the first time for a lot of these guys to ever, sometimes be on a plane, but to go to Disney World, that's got to be a good experience for these young men.
Yeah, I think only maybe a couple guys on our team have ever been here before. I know myself and my assistant coaches have never been here, so it's been a great experience. The boys are having a ton of fun, and we've been able to go to all the parks. So we got a 4-day park hopper. So after every game, we're able to spend some time in the parks, and we're in the Epcot Center or Epcot right now. We're going to have a big banquet for all the teams that played it. So we're looking forward to that.
Hey, Coach, going forward, how do you think this is going to help the Roosevelt Mustangs in terms of making a trip like that? Obviously, it's great bonding time when you guys are hanging out at the amusement parks together. I mean, obviously, on the court, the X's and O's, you guys are good at that. We know that. But in terms of the things that you can't measure, like going to the amusement park and gelling and finding that team chemistry and just getting along and enjoying each other's company, I mean, that can go a long ways in terms of carrying you through the rest of the season, don't you think?
Oh, I definitely think so. These guys are pretty close already, but these type of things, it's going to make them closer together. Going to, continue to work hard. They're going to have the memories, and I say it all the time. Like, they're not going to remember the games 20 years from now, but they definitely remember the experience and definitely remember the time they shared and spent with their brothers on the team. And so, that's the biggest thing we wanted to give these boys, give them the experience, and we want to come out here too and compete and bring home a championship when we are. But, I want these boys to kind of remember this for the rest of their lives.
All right, Coach, we know you have the banquet in just a couple minutes, but last question. What was your favorite ride at Disney World? What did you guys do that you really enjoyed, your favorite?
We did that Banshee thing, that Avatar thing at Animal Kingdom. That was pretty cool. So you get to get on like some little flying animal and kind of it's a simulator type thing, but it was pretty fun. So we had a good time on that, and it was worth the wait. Worth the wait.
Well, Coach, congratulations on that tournament title. Safe travels back, and we're excited to see you guys at the Damien Holiday Classic just in a couple days, man. Christmas is Monday, and then you go right back to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? We're on vacation, so we go and when we get back home, we're already on vacation, and so the boys will be out of school for about 4 weeks. So it's pretty good. They're enjoying it. We're gonna enjoy our time off.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Safe travels. Merry Christmas, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Pep. We appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great night, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays.
Thank you, Coach Singleton. Enjoy that banquet.
Good job, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, Coach. Have a good one.
All right, talk to you later, Coach.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. That's Coach Singleton, Roosevelt High School tournament champion in Orlando, Florida. Jeff, favorite ride at Disneyland? Go.
Big Thunder.
Is it Big Thunder?
I love Big Thunder.
I didn't think you were going to say that. Honestly, I thought you were going to say Star Tours.
I like the new Star Tours. It's pretty cool. But the only thing is, I like Big Thunder. I would like Space Mountain, but I can't fit on it anymore.
Can you not go on it at all?
I can't. My knees, I can't bend my knees enough. I got to crisscross my legs. It's just uncomfortable. So, yeah, I miss Space Mountain. But maybe if I lose weight, maybe if I go to the school.
You and Bert Esposito.
I'm going to go to the school of Bert Esposito, and I might be able to get on Space Mountain again.
See, you and Bert Esposito can get up at 4:30 a.m., go work out, and then you can hop on the back of his motorcycle and just hold on for dear life, and you guys can go to Disneyland together. Right? Am I right?
I get up at 4:30 every day anyways.
Because your kids are waiting.
The baby cries at 4:01 every single day. I don't get it. It must be my sprinkler. Something's waking him up.
Jeff's such a big kid because, like, we'll be texting. I'll be like, hey, what are you going to do today? He's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to run down to Disneyland and go on the new Star Tour. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. You go with your family? No. I'm just going down there by myself. I'm just gonna go. Star Tours has a new Last Jedi theme to it. Yeah. I'm gonna run down there and be one of the first to go on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like with your wife though, right? Like your kids? No, dude, just me. I'm just gonna run down there real quick, and I'm gonna go on Star Tours and come back.
I'm a selfish man. No, I went down there to do some Christmas shopping.
That's true. You did.
I had to go to the candy store for myself, and then I had to ride the ride by myself.
Without giving away spoilers. Because I don't want this to be all spoilery here on the Inland Sports Show.
Jar Jar Binks.
No.
Yes. He got his back? He got his lips pulled off in this last episode.
No, but when you went on the Star Tours ride, it is a Last Jedi thing,
yeah,
right?
No more.
Without giving away spoilers, what was on your ride? Because remember, it's different every time.
Maz Kanata. I had Kylo Ren.
You did?
I had Poe Dameron. I had BB-8.
You did?
Yeah, the whole thing. We were at the Battle of Crete.
Oh, you're killing me over
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not too shabby.
I wonder if Coach Singleton and them, I wonder if there's like a Star, because I haven't been to Disney World.
They do have Star Tours.
They do?
But they don't have Star Wars Land, my friend. 2019. I'm keeping my passes just until the end of that. Because, a pass, it's like getting a house. You gotta, it's ridiculous.
You got to sell one of your kids.
I did sell baby Zika. He's a Disney character. I got a tattoo. We tattooed Star Wars Land on his back when he was born. So he's like my billboard. So he walks around shirtless at Disneyland.
Isn't that a thing now? Like, people are actually selling advertising space on their bodies where you can actually put whatever, like you said, Disney.
Well, I do. I have a tattoo.
You do?
I do. I have one of my son's names, Connor. And here's the funny story. I know. Are we in a big hurry here?
Is this clean?
Yeah, it's kind of clean.
Is this like a between, like in commercial break story, or is this like for on air?
But it's not bad. It's not bad.
We're okay. Go ahead. We're okay.
So I've gone to Vegas with my wife a few times, and we sit by the pool. And I'm sitting there and shirtless, and I'm laying on my stomach, working on my tan. And I had a dude. A dude came up to me and goes, Hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, pretty good. And he said, who's Connor? I said, well, I'm starting to think, wait a second here. Yeah. Something's askew here. And he goes, hey, can I buy you a drink? And I'm like, sure, why not? My wife goes, what are you doing? I go, the guy wants to buy me a drink. He obviously likes my tattoo. So I had a drink with this gentleman, and my wife and we went back in the pool, and she goes, he was trying to hit on you. I said, I know, but I got a free drink.
You got a free drink out of it. This stuff only happens to you, Jeff. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but hey, why not?
All right, we got UCR taking on Valpo tonight, SRC Arena. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back as we wrap this thing up. How about the Lakers at Houston? I want to get Jeff's take on the Houston Rockets, because on the outside looking in, as they brought in Chris Paul, I thought this is never going to work.
Pretty good.
Now they're really good. So the Lakers are playing the Rockets right now. We'll bring you an update on that, talk UCR hoops, and get you ready for a big Thursday show as we come back here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Hey, what's up, ladies? Oh, you're from around these parts, eh? Yeah, I'm from Saskatchewan. What's up in Canada, eh?
The Inland Empire's home for all things.
How you guys doing today? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about strength. And of course, it's very specific to speed. We're talking about the single leg supported low squat. Come check it out. So when it comes to athletic performance, and more specifically speed, it's all about the ability to generate force. It's all about being nice and strong. Now, running is a single leg motion. So it makes sense that you have to have a great foundation of strength. You gotta have single leg strength. So this exercise really works on that single leg strength here with a deep bend in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So what Mike is gonna do is gonna have an open hand grip, all right? He's gonna get nice and tight to the rack. He's gonna be doing this, he's gonna have his right foot on the ground. He's gonna flex his left knee, all right? He's gonna lower himself nice and easy. He's gonna tap that left knee on the ground and then come up. Now go ahead and do a couple reps here, Micah. All right, so what we want here is we really want to emphasize pushing that left foot in the ground, that right foot in the ground and not pulling himself up, which is why we have the open hand grip. And as I mentioned before, really getting that deep bend in the ankles, the knees, and the hips, just as if we were sprinting. So if you're not doing this exercise, you really want to add it to your repertoire because it's a great drill for building speed and generating force. We do it right here at Boost.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Tarp Canvas in Fontana. Call 909-356-5045.
Mission Ambulance would like to remind everyone listening during this holiday season, highways will be busy with motorists traveling to and from family and friends, so make sure you and your family have a safe and sober way home, and please don't drink and drive. Brought to you by Mission Ambulance, providing prompt emergency and non-emergency quality door-to-destination service. For more information, call 800-899-9100 or visit online at missionambulance.com. They're on the air because they care. That's missionambulance.com, where Tom and the entire staff is wishing you and your family a safe and happy holiday season. And Leisure Point reminds everyone, if you or someone you love or just someone you know has difficulty with everyday tasks, it's time to learn more about senior residential communities. They're designed to make life simpler, safer, and more fulfilling by providing a wide range of personalized support services that foster independent living. Brought to you by everyone at Leisure Point, located at 1371 Parkside Drive in San Bernardino. Providing independent contracted caregiving services. Call their caring staff at 909-888-9991 or visit online today at 5starseniorliving.com.
I'm back. That little voice inside your head. You know there's going to be that one last-minute gift to buy. Maybe even a client gift. Well, Office Depot Office Max has got something you'll love. Get $20 off when you buy $100 of Office Depot Office Max gift cards. $20 off $100 instantly. Shop Office Depot Office Max for last-minute gifts.
Taking care of business.
Offer ends 12/23. Limit one per household or business. E-gift cards are excluded.
iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Our sold-out 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival from Las Vegas.
Let's go!
2 nights, 1 stage. Over 20 of the biggest artists on the planet. Celebrated with iHeartRadio fans from around the world.
iHeartRadio, we appreciate it.
Our sold-out 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Coldplay, Big Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, and more.
Watch the best of our iHeartRadio Music Festival Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th at 8 p.m. on the CW KTLA 5. From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE 1350 AM KUBE Riverside.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf.
You want some?
Yes. I knew you'd go. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! What is she doing? I never know what she's doing.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Oh, man. We're going to finish up strong, Jeff. It's been a great show. We had breaking news.
Huge news.
Bert Esposito, the new head football coach at Temecula Valley, his very first interview right here on the show. He's such a good dude and a friend of the program, so we appreciate that. We had Chance Nolan.
Yeah, the greatest
Paloma
quarterback
Valley.
in the history of the world.
Your favorite QB. He's taking his talents to Middle Tennessee. We had Roosevelt football on the show. They have so many guys signing scholarships, but Andy Koch, Jeremy Moussa, and, of course, Chase Williams choosing USC on signing day. That was big time. We just had Coach Singleton, Roosevelt High School basketball live from Orlando, talking about their big tournament championship banquet tonight. Then they fly back home tomorrow. And then Dennis Cutts. We got Valpo against UC Riverside tonight.
And just think about it. Because of this show, we've been able to increase our... We'll be able to have do stories about all these guys when they go off to college next year.
Isn't that cool?
Easier. The show gets easier and easier.
It does?
As the days go.
I just tweeted out the breaking news because we took a picture with Bert Esposito.
Yes.
He was here in studio with us.
Yeah, so if any of you guys want to call and interview us because we were the people that broke the story.
According to...
yeah, we better get...
local celebrity Jeff Gorham.
I would like... Yes, we better be named. It was first mentioned here.
That's what they do at the national level, right? You'll see a story, let's say, on ESPN. They'll be like, first reported by so-and-so from Fox Sports.
I'm suing the press enterprise if they don't say in sports.
First reported by... local radio celebrity Jeff Gorham.
Well, I'm going to bring it up with Jim Alexander tomorrow too. I'm going to say,
he's around studio.
I'm going to say, Jim,
I'm suing you. No,
I'm going to sue the press enterprise just because we deserve to be, the first to name that one.
Well, early signing period is here. So many local guys signing. We're fortunate to have several of them come through our studio today, including Bert Esposito, and you heard it here first. He's the new head football coach at Temecula Valley High School. Jeff, we got some NBA. The Lakers in action right now at the Houston Rockets.
They are slapping the Rockets. I love it. Go Laker Nation. 51-34 in the second quarter.
No.
Kyle Kuzma, 16 points and 2 assists. Yes, he is fantastic. And
are they really beating up the Rockets in Houston right now?
This is the greatest day so far in the history of all sports. And yes, they are winning.
Well,
by a few.
Speaking of winning, Sacramento's leading Brooklyn 70-55, and I know everyone out there was wondering about that game.
Wait, Sacramento still has a team?
Yes. Hey, but honestly, so the Lakers playing at Houston, guys, you guys are killing me. The Rockets are 25-4.
Hey, good for them.
On the season. And Jeff, come on, but think about this. When Chris Paul left the LA Clippers and went to Houston to join James Harden and play for Mike D'Antoni, did you think that this would work out? Because people were saying that, you know what? This is one of those sayings where you say, there's only one ball, right?
It's Lonzo Ball.
Oh, jeez. Don't bring LeVar Ball into this. But you know what I mean? There's only one ball on the court. Like, how many guys can you have on the court that kind of do the same thing? Because Chris Paul and James Harden are kind of the same guy, aren't they? I mean, James Harden's more of a scorer.
Yeah, James Harden needs the ball. The majority of the time.
Yeah.
That's how he made his bread and butter last year.
But Chris Paul's the point guard.
He's the point guard, and, apparently it's working. I honestly think D'Antoni would have been a great coach for the Lakers if they would have let him get the kind of players that he wanted. I mean, he's a fantastic coach. Everywhere he's gone, they've scored the basketball. That's their defense, scoring the basketball.
Yeah, so what happened with the Lakers?
They didn't bring in the player, they didn't bring in the players that he wanted to run that system. And it really was. It was a system. I don't want to,
because they were big and slow, right?
Yeah,
and that didn't work with what.
They only had Kobe Bryant. Kobe was at his prime, and Kobe really wanted D'Antoni in there as the head coach. He was his favorite player when Kobe lived in Italy. If you did not know that.
James Harden he's got 14 points. Where's Chris Paul? Chris Paul's only got 2 points.
Yeah, he's a loser.
4 assists.
Yeah, he's a loser, and the Lakers are going to win, and this is gonna propel them to their 11th victory of the season.
Yeah, Houston's 25-4. What are the Lakers doing winning in Houston?
It's Laker magic, baby.
Is that what it is?
It's Kobe Bryant. His number retired. To his numbers.
Oh, you know what? Who's the Lopez on the Lakers? Because I don't follow.
I don't like that. I don't.
Is it Brooke?
Yeah, I don't talk to him. I don't even mention his name. As far as the Lakers
but he's
go,
out. I think he's out for like 3 weeks with like an ankle injury.
Good for him. Good for him. No love for Lopez, that jerk. We need to get into that story later on. We need my son to call in with his Brooke Lopez story. I shouldn't have even said his name.
He might be at Disneyland right now.
That jerk. He's a jerk.
While the Lakers are in Houston, Brooke Lopez might be at Disneyland. You might see him on the new Star Wars ride when you sneak off from your family and go.
I will not look his way. He is dead to me. Brooke Lopez, you are dead to me. You are dead to my family. You hurt my son's feelings. He cried, and I don't appreciate it. Brooke Lopez, his big hair, and his ugly twin brother.
Yeah, Brooke Lopez is out, brother.
Good. Get him out. Trade him. Trade him.
Oh, man. Well, we got to get over to the SRC Arena. We got UC Riverside basketball coming up tonight against Valparaiso. See the Highlanders get back to their winning ways after a tough loss on the road in Missoula, Montana, against the Grizzlies. It's been brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil. And they've got low prices and the mint and the flour. They are the best. Please go check out Spoiled. Keep your car going strong through the holiday season. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, and you know Ken's dominates because they got all your sporting gear needs. Helmets, baseball bats, shoes, Letterman's jackets.
Cups.
They got that too. They got everything at Ken Sporting Goods. Boost Performance Training in Corona. And Coach Ray Bass, if you come into his place, if you're a baseball player, a football player, run track, maybe you golf, he'll make you bigger, faster, and stronger. Even you, Jeff.
Even me?
In fact, they'll make you look like Bert Esposito if you walk in there.
If I look like Bert, man, I'm telling you, I'm going out and buying a Corvette.
And Catalano Motors in Corona.
That's where I can buy it.
Hey, if you go through a midlife crisis and you go to Boost and get y'all swolled up,
and I'll go
right?
To
you can go to Catalano Motors, get your Corvette, Jeff.
And then I'll go to Ken's and get my Letterman's jacket.
Yeah, Catalano Motors off Temecula Canyon Road in Corona. Jeff and I are going to UCR taking on Valparaiso. You can listen to it live at GoHighlanders.com. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the one and only Inland Sports Show right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.